I'm almost lost for words. It is phenomenal.
Been an unbelievable journey.
You get more out of being a mentor than you expect. It's just mind-blowing. Magic is a wonderful place where bereaved kids are able to come and learn how to express their feelings and their grief.
My biggest fear was that I was always alone, but here I've got people that have gone through exactly the same thing.
Every child that attends Camp Magic is supported by an adult mentor, and that mentor is specifically matched with those child's needs.
My mentor, James, is just such a great guy. We both like playing video games. He has lost a parent as well, and I've lost a parent.
It's important to have a mentor because they really make you comfortable to talk about our stories.
My brother passed away of cancer and leukemia. It was very upsetting when he died. We were best friends. I cared about him so much. I wish I just could see him one more time.
Imogen's taught me a lot. Just the way that you can empower yourself by sharing your story.
With both the mentors and the campers, we create a framework based on our values of empathy, empowerment and growth, so they can come up with their own ideas, come to their own conclusions, reminding them they do have the tools within them to feel good again.
I had lucky because I'm lucky to have my pop and my little brother, my two little brothers.
To see these kids articulate, what they've been through, they're so inspiring and they make you evaluate your life. Just reminds you of what's important.
It helps me back in my life. I've got 4 young children. And I sit there now and I listen to their problems instead of trying to fix everything.
The thing that I probably take away from camp the most is watching the kids comfort each other, learning how to empathise, just seeing them want to help their fellow campers, even though they're suffering, I think is just really lovely and a great sign for the future.
My favourite moment was when we got a flower and we had to write a message and then put it in water. Just to fold the corners, and then when you put it in the water, it opens up like a flower is blooming. With the flower, it resembles me opening up.
I'm a shy kind of person, but coming here I'm really more socialised because it's such a great environment.
It's you and your camper, and then you're part of this bigger group, and then you're part of an even bigger group as the whole camp. You have different relationships and connections on so many levels, and that's honestly what's truly magic about this camp.
On the Saturday night we have a memorial ritual. The campers and the mentors create notes for their loved ones.
I wrote 3. I wrote one for my auntie, my nan and my mum.
You write it on a little piece of paper that you send to your loved one that's in heaven.
Take your message that you've written and put it in the fire and use the fire as a way to send a message to them, a way to speak to them.
A boy in our group said to me when we're sitting around the campfire that the sparks going up from the fire are our messages going up to our loved ones. I thought that was incredible.
Just being open in myself to helping her completely and totally. I actually end up going through my own grief journey, and it's the most amazing experience to gain so much from this little 7-year-old girl who's going through so much. It gives to both of us. It helps her and it helps me, so it's wonderful.
They find a sense of belonging, they find their heart again, they find more of their purpose, they make new friends, and they have new tools to go out in the world and thrive.
What these mentors are doing, helping us, I just want to do that for someone because you feel like you're doing something for the world.
Hello and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Operation Awareness Throwback. I'm your host, Manic. We're here to celebrate not only R6, but of course, raising money for a well-needed charity, as you've just seen. Today, I've got joining with me We've got Enigma, who is, of course, the coach of LFO. Now, also, I think, hang on, let me just make sure I've got this right. Guz, TikTok boy. Welcome in, guys.
Oh, you've done me hard, Rob. Well, great to have you here, mate. Super excited for today. Enigma, this is going to be your first time casting, our first time casting together, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, very, very excited. It's going to be a very good day, and I'm keen to see, what it entails.
So obviously we can jump into kind of the charity and have a really quick conversation about what's going on here. It is Feel the Magic. You have just watched that pre-roll come in. So you will know a little bit about it. Obviously they're there to try and support and help any grieving children that may have lost a sibling, anyone close to them. And I think that to be honest, the statistics, is quite alarming with how many people actually lose people that are close to them. And I know, I'm 24, 25 years old, and I struggled through the loss of my grandparent, regardless of how kind of close to them I was. So it definitely is something that impacts a lot of us, guys.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Feel the Magic provides some really good services to those kids that are vulnerable. As you mentioned. So we encourage everyone today to type !donate in the chat. We'll go over the prize pool in a second that you can win, but it's really important that if you have a couple of dollars spare, throw them in that pool and we'll see what we can get by the end of the day.
Certainly. So I believe we do have a video ready from the co-founder, James Thomas. So feel free to take that away.
Hey everybody, my name is James Thomas and I am the co-founder of Feel the Magic. Now, I wanted to send a heartfelt thank you to the entire Rainbow Six community for your support of Feel the Magic. Now, if you haven't heard of Feel the Magic before, we provide grief education and support services for bereaved children and teens who have lost a parent, sibling, or legal guardian. We provide online and face-to-face programs that help these children navigate their way through grief and loss in healthy and positive ways. Now, I'd also like to thank Ubisoft for their ongoing support and Steel Series for sponsoring this great event. I hope everyone enjoys today's event and may the best team win. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
And of course, as Guz had mentioned right before the end of it, there are some prizes to be won today. We will be doing quite a few donations. Well, I mean, not quite a few donations. We hope that you will give some donations to the cause. !donate in the chat to see the full list and also to donate yourself. $10 will get you one ticket into the raffle where I believe we have 6 places that you can kind of win prizes from. I think it's a great cause, guys. We've obviously got Steel Series and Ubisoft, or Steel Series ANZ and Ubisoft Australia that have really pushed this home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're really thankful for their support. They've been really helping us throughout this entire process. It's also important to note that when you guys donate, it's critically important that you do provide some sort of public contactable information in that donation message, just because of some of the limitations that the platform does provide. So please ensure that you put an email address or a Twitter in that message. After the broadcast, we're going to go through, randomly draw the winners and then contact them on those platforms. So please, please, please ensure that you read the T's and C's really carefully, and then you will be eligible for those awesome prizes.
Rightio. So now we're going to be moving on into the schedule of today, of course, the bread and butter of the entirety of this broadcast. Enigma, would you like to have a little bit of a conversation about what we are going to be seeing today? I believe these are all ex-teams with some old faces, but still some players that we're used to seeing in the region.
Yeah, I'm absolutely excited for what we have coming up today. We've got players and even coaches from old rosters who are coming together to actually play up against each other. And I, for one, am excited to see, our first game, our second game, and obviously who comes in the grand final bracket. And I think what's important to note is these guys have, taken out their time for this charity event, and as well to have come here today to help out. And, people should be very excited to see what, these rosters have come to bring.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Of course. Sorry, it is the 4 games for the day. The 2 semi-finals will be best of ones between those ex-pro teams. Then we have the best of 1 influencer show match, and then the end of the day will be wrapped up with a best of 3. So there's a lot of siege action this afternoon, and should make some interesting matchups.
So potential for 6 games of Rainbow Six. I mean, I'm pretty keen. I haven't obviously been a part of any of the broadcasts for quite some time, so it does feel nice to kind of come back into it full swing. We'll have a look potentially at the bracket now and have a little conversation as to where we start, where we end. The first matchup is going to be Atletico and Control, and the second matchup will be Corvidae and Taboo. Gentlemen, I'm not going to throw you under the bus too early yet. What are we thinking for the first match? Enigma, I know you've got pretty strong thoughts about this bracket in particular.
Absolutely, I do. Look, Atletico and Control, my money's with Atletico. They've got a fantastic roster coming up. You've got Neophyter, who used to play on Wildcard. You've got Schmed as well too. You've got Derpe, who was originally from Wildcard, is now over to Team Sinister. You've got Imarin, who's also on Wildcard, and my personal favorite, not sure about you guys, but Silex. I've actually called that he's going to be top fragging this game, so I'm very excited to see what these guys bring. And then you've obviously got the X-Control roster coming up as well too, which shouldn't be discredited either. You've got Porridge, who's inactive now. You then got Cynics, who's also the coach and manager of Elevate. You got Scalican as well too, Tidy Whitey, and another personal favorite of mine, Raven, who used to be, from Control, then onto Elevate, and now he's a caster. And so I'm actually hoping that Raven top frags for this team and Silex top frags for the other team, so he can represent people like me who can't actually play the game, so we have to coach and cast instead. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then later, of course, in the day, we will have Corvidae taking on Taboo. And of course, as the bracket suggests, it's Stingle Elim. And as I mentioned earlier, semi-finals, best of ones. And then we have that final grand final, best of 3.
Well, I'm just going to quickly touch back on that point for a second, Enigma, because I guess those who can't coach and those who can't coach cast. So,
Absolutely.
We're all a little bundle here, mate.
That's right. We're a bundle of joy. That's exactly right. It's a good time, and I'm keen. That's why I want to see them, absolutely frag up against these players who are now playing in different rosters who don't play anymore, just to, kind of have a stand upon all these people who keep calling me bad in the game when I'm definitely not. I'm easily the best player in my team as well, too. So I don't know what's going on here.
Cheers, Louise. Well, let's go and dive into the actual matchup that we're going to be getting into. Of course, you've already touched on it, Enigma. Will be X-Control taking on X-Atletico. Guz, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think Enigma did a really good job of wrapping up those lineups. Of course, we've got a mixture of current pros, ex-pros, inactive players, casters. We've basically got the whole lot. Something I want to touch on, as Enigma did a really good job of going through those teams, is actually the rules for today. Because it's a throwback event, we have thrown in some really interesting rules to spice up these games. So there's a couple to note. The first, these games are going to be 8 rounds. The current format is currently 12, so the matches will be more compact. The attack and defense swap will be after every round. So there's no 2 halves. They'll be swapping sides every single round. On top of that, we're going to have some classic maps, which have been predetermined for today's play, which we'll head into shortly for this first matchup. And lastly, the players are restricted to the base operators plus year 1. So that is all the attackers and defenders up until Red Crow, which is Habana and Echo respectively. So we're going to see a massive meta shift in this game. And again, it's just going to spice things up another level.
I mean, look, I have to ask this question. Is this going to be an absolute onslaught from Atletico? Are we going to see some cheeks clapped?
See, I'm in 2 mindsets for this currently right now. So there's either the first one where I do see Atletico absolutely clap Control, but then I also feel like as if Raven's got a couple of little tricks up his sleeve along with Cynics. They're both going to be, putting their heads together and really throwing a curveball into where Atletico is coming from. So who knows? All I know for a fact it's going to be a fantastic first game today. That's for sure.
Well, we are going to be heading to Bank, I believe. Gentlemen, do you have any thoughts about heading to Bank with those base operators and the first year operator, Guz?
Bank is a map that was in the competitive pool for a long time. Only recently, actually, removed from that pool. It's actually still a great map, in my opinion, for ranked, and I'm sure we're going to see some ranked strats for sure in this matchup, especially, again, with those base ops. It's really going to, I think, simplify the game, make it incredibly frag heavy. I'm not sure what you think, Enigma, but I think it's going to be pretty hectic.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what operators I would be playing if I was on Bank myself. And, the one, especially when you're playing downstairs on the bottom floor, is Kaid, and he's no longer here. So those hatches, they're all going to be easily open, especially if you've got Habana. There are no bans here. There's nothing like that. So I really think that it's going to rely a lot more on, as you said, frag-heavy game. And it's not going to be, the last 15 to 20 seconds, which is the current meta in Rainbow Siege right now. But instead, it's just going to be, an all-out onslaught sort of thing. So I'm very excited to see exactly what happens because I have actually no clue what's going to happen. So...
It's just going to be an onslaught. Let's be
Absolutely.
honest. It's going to be an absolute mess, or potentially it's going to be incredible. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way to find out. That is to jump into the game. Enigma and Guz, take us away.
Thank you very much, Rob. Today is going to be an awesome day. Enigma, again, all the funds being raised for this afternoon will be going to Feel the Magic, a support service that really helps kids going through the struggle of losing a loved one early in their life. Enigma, we know the map's going to be bank. You touched on it briefly as we'll jump into it very, very shortly. This one's going to be a banger.
Yeah, as I said, I'm extremely excited. And again, this is for a good cause, guys. So let's get those donations coming through, and let's really try to raise this money for these charities. You know, everybody's here for a very good event, myself included. You know, the players here. So we're going to be bringing, well, hopefully the players are going to be bringing a really good game of Siege, I would hope. But we'll shortly see, and they've just started it off just now.
Well, we do have a lot of donations coming through already, guys, so thank you very much. If you want to send a message to the stream, feel free. We'll be reading out the donos throughout. We have one from Aussie Blackbeard, who's going to be competing in the Influence Australia match later today. $55.20. Thanks for all of the hard work, guys. Let's go. Thanks very much. Nicholas with $22.46. Let's go. Thank you very much, Nicholas. Daniel with $32.97. Much appreciated, my man. Skeleton with a massive $272.76.
Wow.
So thank you very much to Skeleton, who is competing in this game for Control. We have another donation from Jason, $11.17. Appreciate the dono, man. Imasuke, who's competing in the Influence Australia match. $22 from him. Thank you very much. Me_Shell with the $22.46. Keep up the great work. We appreciate the donate. Cthulhu, of course, a caster here in the APAC region with $11.17. Corvidae vs Taboo should be saucy. Let's go, boys. Yes, it will. That will be the match after this one. We have another one from Ponstewa, $22. As this round is popping off. Uber Timmer with $55. I'm going to smash through these. Friend with $76.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? Take it away, Enigma. Take it away.
Emorin with the nade already on Porridge. Absolutely fantastic. And look at that. We're not even 2 minutes down. We've already got enough first kill on the game itself, all right? Oh, and there it is. Another one straight away. Tidy Whitey gets that refrag onto Emorin. So now we're on a 4v4 on the other hand. I see we've got, you know, the defense is playing up top floor CEO first. We've got Derpe already inside of janitor closet trying to put a bit of pressure. Oh, and he takes out Cynics! Lucky, mate. Look at that. Me being a specific Monty main myself, I do love seeing when the Monty comes in, sorry. Look at him going at it right now. He's giving Skeleton the run for... he's out. 3-2 at the current moment. 2-2 now. Game's a close. Plant is down. We've got Schmed and Silex versus Skeleton, Tidy Whitey. We'll see what happens here. 2-1. And there it is. Attackers win the first round. What a round.
Great start there for Atletico. I missed half that round reading through all the generous donations, so I appreciate it. But definitely a hectic start to this one. We have more donations actually coming through. Friend of Nico Rowe says, with the $76, I came across this via a stream for a great cause. Keep doing what you can to help give all a laugh. Cheers, Mayhem. We appreciate the dono, man. Tigers, who did the graphics actually for this entire tournament. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for the $22.46. Good cause. Keep them coming. Pauline with it also $22.46. Let's go Operation Awareness from Palsy Poo. Palsy Poo, yes.
Yes, Palsy Poo. Good to see you.
Member of the community. Kaza, we appreciate the $27.92. Thanks to everyone for putting this on. Great cause. Can't wait for some great games. That's all the donations for the moment. Enigma, let's reflect back on that first round because that was pretty full on.
Honestly, I have no idea what just happened. All I see is Derpe's just gone into janitor's closet with Monty. He's not even running the pistol, he's running the Magnum. He takes out Cynic straight away. We've got nades flying across the whole map itself. 2-2, 2-1, and before you know it, the first round's already down. And I honestly, I have no idea what's going on, guys. And I'm quite excited and looking at it. We've already, as you can see, flipped around the roles. Attackers and defenders switch straight away. Looks like Derpy may do a little bit of a run out. We'll see what happens. He's got a pistol. If he gets a kill, I'll donate 100. No, he didn't. Unlucky.
I think that's the most confusing thing for me and maybe the viewers. Of course, keep in mind that they are switching after every round. We're playing off... basically, I copied the Year 2 Season 3 Pro League rules. So this is like late 2017 rules. Back then, the competitive game was completely different from what it is today. So again, if you are seeing the team switch sides, that is a part of the rule set and is intentional. which hopefully will disrupt any momentum that these teams can gather throughout the day.
That's right, and I mean, as well too, I wasn't even, coaching Siege at this stage, so I actually have no idea about these rules at all. All I know is that, yeah, this roles have been switched over. You've got a nice break in between, so that that momentum can't be picked up, as you said, Guz, as well too. And of course, I mean, again, just watching how these guys are taking this side, you've already got Cynics. He is nearly dead. I think that was a C4, which may have been thrown out. Not too sure right now, but it's putting Athletico in a very good position at the moment.
Neophyter, of course, playing in CEO. Played a lot of competitive Siege in his time. Once played for Fnatic as well. Currently taking a little bit of a hiatus.
That's right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, with Neophyter, him on his 60 hertz monitor. I'd like to remind that everybody else out here, without a doubt, is on 144, but he always brings out this point that he's on 60 hertz. So
is he?
Yeah, he's on a 60 hertz monitor. Absolutely. Oh, there it is. Raven's taken out Silex. That's a
there we go.
now.
The rivalry.
Here we go. Finally, the coach is going at it. This is Elevate right now versus Wildcard, I believe. There we are. 2-5 on the other hand. Attack is really taking control of this game at the moment on CEO. So we'll see what happens. Schmed does look like he's coming up on the flank right now. 2-4. Derpe gets a nice kill on Tidy Whitey. Oh, 2-3. Flank looking like it may be working. Peeking down long. What's he got? Unlucky. 1v3. Galicon does take out Schmed. Now with Derpe, what can he do? Plant is going down. 2 seconds to go. He is being flanked. Does he know? The Monty is on his back. He misses the Monty. He gets... He's done for. Unlucky. No. That's a 1-1.
Good response there from Control. That'll be one apiece now for this matchup. As again, the donations are absolutely flooding through, so I'll use this time to read them out. We have a donation from Miss Z. Great work to the organizers. Looking forward to today. Thank you very much for the $55 donation and good luck in your match later this afternoon. We have a donation from Adele, $54.77. Amazing work by all involved. You're all legends. Thank you very much to Adele. Dilly with a massive $328 donation. Let's go, girls and boys. Dilly, thank you very much.
That's fantastic.
The Happy Castor? Oh no, I'm butchering it. I am so sorry, but you know what? Thank you so much for the $218. I'm sorry I couldn't get the name right. Shout out to Twitch streamer Miss Z. I wouldn't know about this even if it wasn't for her. This donate is thanks to her. Let's go. Thank you very much for that donation. Ducky with $32.97. Great cause to support, lads. Let's break 3K. Thank you very much, Ducky. As Enigma, we are now heading downstairs for the first time.
Finally, and you know what, guys, I would have actually started off downstairs, me personally. But what I actually found quite funny is, again, I'd like to remind the viewers out here that we're going on the old rules. So things like, proxy mines isn't available here. So that little ticking you may have heard the last round right there was, unfortunately, Derpe had decided to run the proxy mine. Don't know what was going through his head, but thankfully he has switched it over now. So hopefully we can get a little bit more, nostalgic feel now that those proxy mines are out. And Porridge even commented saying that he doesn't even know what that is. So it just goes to show, and here we are. They are pushing through server, they are running the Monty. I
thought Diego was going to shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, so did I.
So close.
I get so triggered all the time when I'm playing Monty and I've got Mims right behind me shooting me in the back of the head. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But here we are right now. They do have control of server. They are running a Glaz as well too. That's Imarin on Glaz. Imarin, a fantastic player who does play for Wildcard on the other hand. And they did actually come first in the just the recent competition that just came across known as Six Masters. So well done to them as well too. They are now opening up server wall. What have we got to see?
Raven here playing the very sweaty Echo inside of Garage. I know for a fact that Raven spent at least 3 hours this morning on the T-Hunts getting ready for this game.
Without a doubt.
Extremely sweaty, but we do see Salix now trying to attempt the plan in the default position. C4 could come out from Cynics, it does, but it gets baited out there successfully by Athletico, and Schmed will get that opening pick. Flashes will head out as the attackers now try and burn more utility. It's really up to Athletico to just keep baiting more and more of that, but Raven with the long angle, he gets a pick. Evo down as well, but the plant. Will it be stuck by Silex? I think he's going to have attempted. Surely.
He's stuck it. His plan goes down.
Rick takes on.
Oh, how did you not see him? What's going on there, Porridge? Oh, here we go. It's a 1v4 now. Scalican is on the flank. Currently, I wonder if they heard him drop. Here he comes. The Monty's right there. Oh. Nah, absolutely not. Imarin does, for some reason, nade himself. I don't know how a professional player does do that, but I have seen it plenty of times myself. All right, here we go. He's been completely locked out right now. Derpe's just looking at him saying, absolutely not. Scalican does take out Silix, serves you right, Chief. Unlucky, brother. Get good. There he is. Oh, he's going for it. He's on. I was going to say, absolutely not on his watch. Ah, Derpe baiting his own teammates as well, too. Would you believe it? My God, guys. And what a strong round once again. You know, Athletico here baiting out all the utility, destroying it all with the Thatcher EMPs, the flash grenades, getting rid of those smokes, getting rid of those C4s, gets a successful plant down, goes to a 1v4. We did see Raven take out one, which I was quite proud of him doing so. Great work, Raven. You're on 2 kills, I believe, for this map, so good stuff. And now we go on to the defensive round for these guys, so we'll see what they bring out.
Defenders, protect your couple more donations coming through. We have one from Hawk, who is generously giving up his time to help produce this show and also created the graphics pack. So make sure everyone in chat give a big thank you to Hawk. He donated $54.77. It says a great event for a fantastic cause. Enjoy the magic of the show. Oh, I see what you did there, Hawk. Leb as well, who plays for Kanga Esports, donated $54.77. So thank you very much to Leb. If you want to donate and get involved in the prizes, make sure you type !donate in the chat. And if you want to be eligible for the prizes, make sure in the donation message that you put an email address or a Twitter @ and we will contact you once we draw the prizes at the end or after the show this afternoon.
Yeah, and as I said, you know, and as Gus keeps saying, you know, this is honestly for a very, very good cause. And I think I'm a very, I know I'm a very big advocate for this sort of stuff. And I think it's very important just to get behind it as a community together. We're here to support, you know, these people who have gone through these things. I've known plenty of friends of mine who have unfortunately lost a loved one at a young age. So I think, you know, it's honestly fantastic that everybody here is getting amongst it. You know, the views, you know, retweeting, sharing the actual tournaments themselves. And again, of course, thanks to the players who have come out of retirement for the most part to actually play, like poor little Porridge here who has no idea what the hell is going on. But otherwise, here we are. And this is what I was talking about, guys, where they have no denial, no KE to actually help secure those hatches. So as you can see right there, Cynics is on the Hibana and he is starting to open those hatches. So we'll see what happens.
That's exactly right. If you are just joining us, the players are restricted to the base plus year 1 operators. So as you mentioned, no Kaid is available, leaving those hatches pretty exposed. So far, I think it has opened up for an interesting meta, though, Enigma. The games have been quite aggressive. We've seen teams basically just sending it in every round. Scalican will send it down the main for it. Neofighter gets shut down, and now it's 5-on-4.
And that's exactly right, guys. As you said, like, we're not waiting for this 15 to 20 second meta that we always wait for. On the other hand, you know, the kills are coming out in you know, 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes, 1 minute 35 just then. They're just playing a very aggressive game of Siege. And you know what? I like to see that. I'm sick and tired of seeing this 15 to 20 second meta. It really annoys me. So on the other hand, seeing these guys, you know, really get aggressive and really just go for these picks, you know, these flanks which are coming out. Here we go, Raven coming in. They know that somebody was just playing in server. He's taking out the frost mat. Okay, Raven, don't waste your ammo. You know you've got somebody right there peeking you, buddy. All right, fantastic. So they do. I don't know if they've actually seen Imarin.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Come on, Raven. Give him the flick. Oh, no! He's gone. He's gone. Porridge, you've done well, mate. Done well. 3v5 in favor of Control. They are slowly, but yet steadily taking that server side. And you know what? This game has been incredibly close, guys. I'm actually quite happy.
Teams are trading rounds left, right, and center. Scalican with a Claymore kill will drop Derpe, so it's a 2-on-5. Shred now to hold the fort alongside Silix, who will find a pick. Silix having a great game so far, but they're going to push deep. Raven going massive. Let's
go, Raven! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Raven!
Raven going hard, and I called it, man!
Where is this in the ranked games? That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know, too. Like, if I knew that he was so good in Ash, he could be literally carrying our caster stat, couldn't he, guys? Because by God, man, he's popping off against these pro players. Man, we only verse just rank stars on the other hand. There's a big difference right there. God, and what a round. So 2-2, Control, well, taking control. It's good to see. So 2-2, now let's see what's going on here. Locker CCTV, they have decided to go back down again. Raven has obviously gone back onto that sweaty operator known as Echo. Will they change it up? Will they have more of a roam presence? We'll shortly see, I believe.
Close game so far, both teams on 2 rounds. Keep in mind that it is an 8-round game, so the first team to 5 will win, or we could even head to OT if required. I was in the Atletico chat the other night, and they were saying that if they were up 5-0 or 4-0, they'd start throwing rounds, but so far, they definitely haven't had such a dominant performance, which maybe they and yourself, Enigma, expected.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And you know what? Good on Control for doing their work. I mean, you've got Raven out here. Hasn't even it doesn't really touch the game other than with the rank stack with the boys. He's currently on, I think, coming first on frags. I think 4-2 is what I saw, him and Tidy Whitey. Unfortunately, Cynic's not really helping out Elevate's position right now, going 0-3. So hopefully we'll see him do something sometime soon. That would be nice. But otherwise, you know, again, 2-2, games have been good. They haven't been, you know, swayed in one way or the other. They're both working out quite well together, and I'm excited. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Have they droned out server? Is Tidy still playing in there?
I don't know, but Neo Fighter's on the LMG. This is very, very scary on the fuse. Emo Rin
on the fuse LMG.
Well. The double Russian operators make their way in towards server. Smoke will cover Emo Rin. Of course, keep in mind that he will have to stay still for that thermal scope to activate. In the past, there have been occasions where you could run around literally as an entry fragger, but that is no longer the case. We're going to see all 5 members now.
Wow.
Stacked inside of server. This could pop off real quick, Enigma.
Okay, yeah, I'm really thinking that if they're not watching their flanks properly, I mean, I see Derpy right now watching the flank, but if they're not doing it properly, we're going to be seeing a quick game. Here they are, they're opening up server wall now, probably going for that backwards plant as seen like last time from Silex. My question is whether or not they'll get it off. Porridge does take a couple.
Oh no!
That's one down.
GN, brother. GN.
Holy God, good night, King. Jesus Christ, and as I was saying, Tidy Whitey on that flank. They are... Oh! Grenade goes down. Emarin is so good on these grenades. 6, mate. 0-4 now. What are you doing, buddy? Let's get something sorted.
Oh, no.
Flank. Does he know that somebody's coming up? There it is. Good frag out from Silex on Tidy Whitey. It's a 3-3 now. We have the 2 Russian operators and we have Thermite. Another smoke does go down to stop the plant. Anybody else going for that flank? Valkyrie camera down.
Just over a minute on the board now. Pings go out as they try and locate exactly where they want to try and plant this. They could push deep on the smoke. Neophyte will send one out. Silex now actually going to try and attempt the default, but Porridge with the SMG finds another. This man cannot be stopped at the moment as Neo is dropped. Points shouldn't be enabled in this format, so they might not know, but it doesn't matter. The flank from Skeleton will find the final, and Control will take around number 5.
Emarin, stop killing your teammates, dude. You killed yourself with a grenade last round, and now you've just killed Neophyter this round. What the hell is going on, dude? I get it, like, you guys used to play in the same roster, but jeez, man, there's no need to take it out on each other like that. This is a charity event, don't forget that, guys. And don't forget to donate as well, too, while we're at it, please. Fantastic. So it does look again that they are going to go downstairs, lock a CCTV. Doesn't seem, guys, that either team can actually win this game. So hopefully we'll see if Atletico can actually do something and, you know, tie it back, or if we'll take even further control from them and, you know, make it a 4-2 split. See what happens.
I'm really hoping this game goes to overtime. Same as you, did not expect it to be this close, but I really do think that the switching of every round has really prevented any sort of momentum being gathered here in this match. We're going to see the hatches being done here by Silex. They are going to see Echo on the board again. I feel like the meta has been pretty stable across both teams, pretty similar operators being brought to the board, and that's really down to the fact that they are restricted to, I believe, 10 operators, if I'm correct, maybe 12. So the pool that they can pick from compared to the base or the current meta or the current game is really quite limited, which again has fed into that frag heavy meta that we're seeing so far.
And that's exactly right, guys. And again, I actually like this style of siege. You know, the whole flicking in between the attackers and defenders and not really giving anybody that breathing room to just build that momentum. That's really made it quite a close game, and I'm very excited to see as to whether or not, you know, this will be a close, you know, series throughout the whole of today. Whether or not you see, you know, these other teams going, you know, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3, whether or not the finals will be the same thing, because as I said, I thought Atletico would be doing well, but currently right now it's a 2-3 and Controller in control. So who knows? We'll see what happens. 2 minutes already coming up on the mark itself. Have they really droned out much of the actual area? Oh, Raven's coming up.
Oh,
Brad
no.
player. Oh god, here we go.
Keen to see a Raven cast crouching through. Of course, Raven did play Pro League way back, I believe, in season 7 or maybe season 8, one of the two.
Season
on this
8,
control roster.
yeah.
Yeah, and then, of course, he coached for what then became the Elevate roster before transitioning to being a pleb caster alongside myself. So Raven definitely probably the most washed player in this lobby, but so far he's been going all right, so I'll give him credit.
Oh god, it's so true though. Oh god, Raven, do us proud, buddy. Do us proud. We're all plebs here, mate. I can't play. Neither can Guz. We just coach. And oh, there it is.
Oh no!
Let's go! Let's go! Oh, Raven, what happened, buddy? Oh man, it's 4-4. 1 minute 20 left as we come down. They haven't really taken too much control in comparison to the other rounds that we did see, Guz. So I wonder what else is going on here.
1 minute on the board. Skeleton with the Talus Hatch control. Drones are being sent out, so don't doubt it. I think these teams are taking these games at least semi-serious. Quite a bit of droning going out to try and locate where these Atletico members are sitting. All 4 in and around site. It's going to be up to Control to likely try and clear them by fragging them out or go for the default plant. Cynics has the diffuser in hand. As you mentioned, not having the greatest game so far, going 0-4. Hopefully he can find a couple more picks as Derpe will drop Porridge with the shotgun. Tidy Whitey makes his way down. Whitey gets shut down as well by Emo in the shotgun meta, really paying off here for Atletico, and now it's Cynics. This is your perfect opportunity to get a kill, mate. Let's go.
You have the spotlight, Cynics. What are you going to do with it? He's shooting you through the wall, bro. What's going on here, man? Don't let him. Cynics is on your left. He's on your left. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Not right there. He's in there. Get him. 13 seconds left to go. I'm not sure if Cynics can even get one kill from here. Let's see. He is being flanked. Oh, he does! Yes, he's on the board. 1-4. There it is. 1-5. Let him get a kill. Tidy Whitey feels bad for him. This is a charity, and unfortunately, he needs the charity himself by the looks of things, guys.
That'll even out the scoreline now. 3 apiece. Real chance that this one will end up heading to OT, as again, we will switch sides. It's going to be up to Control now to select where they want to go, and it looks like we will head back upstairs. Mixed results for both these teams on the top 4. And again, we are going to see very similar upraise. I'm glad that we're going to see Glaz. I'm pretty sure Atletico said Emo Room we're going to send Glaz on that car park roof, so expect that this round.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, as I said, Lockers just not working out. I'm telling you right now, if they were a bit more roam heavy, I think they would definitely be winning any of the attacker siders. But it's good to see them back up top in CEO. So hopefully we can see a bit more action going on. We have Neofighter on the fuse. I actually really hope he gets a fuse kill, or maybe 2. So let's see what happens out of here, guys, because yeah, they're prepping the windows by the looks of things, so that won't still deny the fuse mines coming through. So maybe Raven's thinking about jumping out. I'm not too sure. Bit of rank starring. We'll see what happens shortly, I think.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, look, all I hope is that Raven can transfer his form from this match into the rank stacks, because I don't know, there's a bit of inconsistency there. So if he can work on that, we should be able to get some elo in no time.
Maybe in the foreseeable future. I know that Dev Mata, our IGL, is not very happy with our current performance of the team. So I do believe that it is thanks to Guz, thanks to Raven not really sticking to his mandate. So we'll find out shortly. Neofighter does use his first set of fuse. Raven run! Oh, took it out.
That was close.
That was way too close, Raven. God damn. Oh. Neofighter is controlling on that east cell currently right now. One C4 does come out, I believe, from Raven, so they only have 1 more left. You do see Schmed taking control of lobby. Does he know that there's somebody there near elevator on ground floor? Does he know Raven, I called it! See? I called it, man! I actually called it, dude! Oh, Raven, let's go, baby!
Oh no, Raven is very scary on Bake apparently, but Schmed will end up finding Skeleton. That leaves it now in a 3-on-4 control with the man advantage and HP advantage. But keep in mind, Raven's outside. He gets taken down. Cynics cleans up Schmed with the C4 though. Oh, that's Glaz inside of lobby. Will he find the pick? No, but Derpe will trade it back. Emo in down can be picked up, leaving it now in a 2-on-2. Plenty of time still left in this round though, Enigma. We're not even halfway through.
What is going on here? I actually knew that Raven would jump out. See, he prepped those windows. Man is a genius. Now it is a 2v2, but Imorin is only on very low HP, so it's the two boys who used to play with each other on Wildcard now to take it up against Porridge and Tidy Whitey. People who have actually retired from the scene, so who knows what's going to come out of this, guys? I don't know, and I mean... They do have a minute 15, as you said, plenty of time to see things through. I wonder if Derpe does know that Tidy White is around.
Tidy is sprinting around. Surely that gives a sound cue here to Derpe, who is running the suppressor meta at the moment, and Emo Rin as well for that fact. Oh. Nice angles being generated by Emo Rin, but he's not really going to find a pick as Atletico are now forced to try and pick up that diffuser. That will be Derpe who collects. Tidy Whitey in a position to potentially deny this rappel. Atletico not in a great position here, Enigma. I'm really expecting Control to close this one out.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, it's so close. We're 3 Oh, how do you... Oh no! Oh, doesn't even land one shot though, and Derpe. Oh, he's done it! Imorin's actually got
the lobby skylight. Oh my god,
the skylight! He's falling down! He's James Bond for crying out loud! What's he doing? Oh, now it's all up to Porridge on that castle, that UMP. If you ask any of the boys on my team, nobody wants to be playing the castle because of that weapon alone. So we'll see. 16 seconds to go. They have to get the frag or get the plant down, and they're cutting it very fine. Porridge in a very strong position. I don't think they know he's here. Can we get it? That's one down. That's one. That's diffuser down. That's diffuser down. Will we get it? Oh, he's done it! He's done it! There it is. The boys from Wildcard back in the day. They've got that refrag, and there it is. Finally, the attackers actually win a round on bank. Look at that, guys. What are your thoughts?
Incredibly close around there in the end. Emo Rin was so low on HP. A single bullet from that UMP would have been enough to down him and for Control to claim the round, but it wasn't meant to be. We will now switch sides, of course, and it looks like Atletico will now follow that up onto the identical site. But no, we're actually going to mess it up here onto Staff and Open, and the Tachanka's on the board. This could be dangerous.
Oh, this is dangerous. Not even just the Tachanka. Derbe's taken on the Caveira as well too. And as you know, this is going to be something quite saucy on the other hand. This is exactly what I want to be seeing though, guys, you know. They've tried upstairs, they've tried downstairs. It hasn't been working too much for them. So instead they've decided to completely switch it up and take control. And now they're in open area and Staff. So who knows? And I'm actually hoping that Neofighter actually gets a kill on the Tachanka turret, and you know, even Derpe getting that kill on Caveira and get that interrogation. You know what? I actually hope he either interrogates Raven or Cynics just for the good fun of it all.
Well, I mean, Raven has been crouch walking around the map the entire time, so he's probably a perfect victim for Derpe playing that cav. We will have to wait and see. Extension coming out as well into Archives. It's a pretty open setup here from Atletico. Tachanka set up inside of that Staff room. We'll have an angle in towards the open area vault in. Control will need to be very mindful. If they try and push this, of course, it's going to be difficult to take out Tachanka. I mean, back in the day, he didn't have the face shield that he does in the current build. So Neofighter definitely abusing that to the best of his ability.
Yes. And you know what? As I said, I really hope they do get a kill. Neofighter does get a kill. He is currently going 2-7 at the moment, so he does need to up it up just a little bit more. But again, here we are on that, you know, that roam that I was telling you about, where they need to really capitalize on the fact that, you know, they need to be taking control of this map. They need to be really, you know, taking the fight to the attackers on the other hand. And it's good to see that these guys are, you know, using those little holes that the castle has created to roam around effectively. I'm hoping to see a kill with 2 minutes to go. It's in comparison to the other games that we've seen, nobody's dead yet. So maybe these guys are really taking seriously because it is match point right now.
If Atletico win this one, they will head into that best of 3 grand final and take on the winner of Corvidae v Taboo, which will be the next semi-final. But Tidy has something to say about that. He finds the first pick there onto Schmed with half the round to go. So great start here for Control. We've seen them trade out a lot of rounds on this map thus far, and we could well see something similar once again. Drones will head out. We've seen both teams using as much intel as possible. It looks like Control trying to gather control, if you would, of the top floor. Again, keep in mind, it is actually an open area defense. It's the first time we have seen this objective played.
I think I actually see a proxy alarm around. I don't know if they've learned their lesson yet or not, guys. I might have to actually step in and, you know, sub myself in for some of these players if they're not willing to, you know, abide by the rules, as to say. Because, you know, I think I do see one of those, and it's good to see, you know, 55 seconds left to go. They are securing the flanks. On the other hand, Skeleton is in basement at the moment. He is trying to see if he can get somebody from that hatch. They do see Raven is pre-firing. Nothing come of it just as of yet. 40 seconds left to go. Here we go, Raven. Okay, Imarin takes a little bit. Raven does take a lot more. Okay, 35 seconds left to go. Now, Tidy Whitey and Porridge do seem like they are about to pinch Imarin inside of there. So what do we get out of this? Skeleton does go 5v3. The attackers are playing more and more aggressive. 5v2. Okay, now we've got the Tachanka himself. Will he do so? That's 1 kill, Neophyter. What's he got? What's he got? What have you got to show me? That's 2. Alright, so it's a 2v3, 15 seconds left to go. Here we go. Really coming down. 1v3. It's all up to Imarin once again on that castle. Can he do something with castle at all? Nah. There we are. We've tied the series back up again.
An incredibly close round there for Control, and we will now head to the 3-round overtime. This one's shaping up to be very, very close. Again, Atletico and probably ourselves expecting this to be pretty one-sided. The majority of the Control roster basically haven't played the game in years. So this is a massive effort from them so far. Both teams, I think, you know, they're taking this at least semi-serious, right? They're not completely memeing. I think,
absolutely.
You know, they're actually giving this a bit. There's pride on the line here. They want to be the best X team in A&Z.
And that's exactly right, guys. As you did say, I mean, the Control players, they don't play at all, you know? They really don't. Like, aside from Raven, who plays with us, but when, you know, we're nobodies. Then you've got, on the other hand, the other side being Atletico. You've got Imarin, who's still currently a player. You've got Derpe, who's still currently a player. You've got Silex. I mean, again, he does play with rank with the boys. Definitely probably one of the better players in our team on the other hand, guys, for sure. Without a doubt. The rest of us are all absolute lads in comparison to this behemoth of a man. But then on the other hand, as I said, you know, these guys, what's going on here? It's a 4-4. Is it the map? Is it just the fact that Control are just getting into their heads? Is it a mind game thing? I have no idea. But you know what? I'm incredibly happy, that it's not really too much of a stomp, because it's not. It's so close. And I think that's incredibly important. Let's take a look. Cynic's on 3 kills. Good stuff, buddy. But Raven, you're on 7, mate. What are you doing?
Oh, no. Oh. Was that intentional? Oh, no.
I think they were trying to help out Atletico, to be honest with you.
I mean, maybe. I'm not too sure.
He stole my kill last game. Okay, so here we are talking about, you know, they're taking it mildly serious, and then we just see him a team kill because he stole his Porridge, mate. Come on, this is a team game. What are you doing? Same with you, Tidy. What are you doing as well?
An unfortunate start here for Controllers. Of course, this is the first round of overtime. 8-round games, of course. The old Pro League rule format. Keeps these games nice and short, nice and quick as well. We have a few more donations coming through. We're at a grand total already of $2,400.
Wow.
That's amazing, guys. Thank you very much. We have a donation from Finlay, who donated $12.26, donating all I can at the moment. Keep up the good work. Guz is smacksy. Well, thank you very much for the donation and the kind message. Nick with $22.07. Love the stream. Got to back a fantastic charity. Thank you very much to Nick. Good Guy Duke with a massive $459.
Wow.
Thank you very
He's
much.
definitely a good guy. Wow.
You're not. Oh my god, I'm butchering these names so badly. But I appreciate the $328 dono. Uwu is the message. Thank you very much, man. Again, if you want to donate, !donate. And if you want to be eligible for the prizes, make sure you leave a Twitter @ or your email address in that donation message so that we can contact you. But this round's popping off at the moment, and Control left it a 1-on-5.
Cynics, come on, buddy. I know you can. Come on, Cynics. I've seen you do this before. Just shoot him, Cynics. Quick heads. Quick heads. Don't die by him. Come on, Cynics. Oh. There it is. I'm gonna put it down to Tidy Whitey getting that team kill on Porridge, unfortunately. I think it was. It's a team game, boys. Let's just keep it at that. And now it looks like Atletico, well, has the advantage. Match point here, overtime match point might have just add as well too. What will Control do? Are they going to go downstairs? I don't think it's a good idea, boys, unless you're going to be roaming. Take it upstairs. What can you boys do? Oh, they are going downstairs. Once again, similar operator lineups to what they were running before. Look at this operator countdown time as well too, guys. Right now, I can definitely see that my own team alone would be arguing as to what operators they should be running, and we've just run out of time just like that. What is going on here?
I think the great thing for us is these rounds are coming so quickly. We don't have bans enabled. We don't have the 6-pick enabled, which means that this action is coming through thick and fast. The teams don't really have an opportunity to think a whole lot between the rounds.
Yeah,
they're just running around like
absolutely.
headless chickens at the moment. And look, again, it's produced a really exciting game so far. Control on the defense, 4-5 down, in a great position to even out the scoreline. So we could head all the way to that final round, that 11th round, to decide the winner in this matchup. It has so far been a relatively defender-sided affair, so Control in a great position to even out this scoreline, and I am definitely expecting this one to go all the way Enigma.
Yeah, and you know what, I hope it does. I really do hope it does, but we do need to see, as I said, the defenders, we need to have a bit more of a roam presence going on. We can't just simply be turtling on site because it doesn't work well, you know. You get that diffuser down, they don't have too much in total to deny, so if you get rid of that echo drone and a couple of smokes, there's still time to play. You're going to see that diffuser do come down on the other hand, so we'll see what happens here. Alright, 2 minutes 30 down. What's going to go? Are they taking it from the top floor? They are checking CEO. They are checking the long angle on the other hand. So we do see Dirtbag coming up on top. I think he's going to look down that main stair skylight. No, that is E-Marine on skylight right now. 2 minutes 20 to go. 5-4 total points. 5-5. Both teams do have all their players ready to go. Does seem like Dirtbag has rappelled down the side of the building. Might be going to garage on the other hand. What can he do here, guys? What is he going to do?
2 minutes on the board. It's really up to Athletico to make the first move here. Skullican on the main stairs will be taken low by Neofighter, who's going to try and chase that kill. Keep in mind that he is the hard breach, needs to stay alive and open up those hatches. We do see both hard breaches on the board, the only 2 hard breaches available in this competitive pool. Of course, Maverick and Ace are unavailable because those operators are quite new to the game in comparison to the OGs. Halfway through the round now, still 10 members on the server.
Yeah, and here we go. 1 minute 25 left to go. They have taken control of the whole map itself, so that is good to see, but what are they going to do? Dirtbag has spotted that Raven is in fact playing inside a garage. He is on that Twitch drone. It does look like E-Marine is loading up another grenade. Nope, he decides to drone it out instead. What will he see? Yep, he's seen, surely he's seen Raven. Yep, he sees the bandit. Oh, Skullican! Delicious, my friend. What have we got next? Let's go. Let's go. Raven, are we taking control? Here we go. Ooh. That's it, tidy whitey. Okay, it's a 5v3 on the other hand. 55 seconds left to go. The hatches are being opened by the Hibana, which is Silex, in fact. What can they do? Can they swing this around? Oh! Oh! Raven, again! You dirty man! And there it is! There it is! A flawless round last round, a flawless round this round, and we really are taking it to the final map. Who's gonna win, guys? Who's gonna win?
Incredibly hard to call that one. Athletico will be on the defense here for the 11th and final round as we close out this map. The loser, unfortunately, will be knocked out of the bracket. The winner will make it through to the grand final best of 3 to crown the best ex-pro team here in ANZ. Wildcard, or rather Athletico, will head to basement. Tachanka being brought out once again by Neofighter. They had success on him earlier in open area, but they need to try and replicate that here. Everything on the line. I'm expecting the teams to get pretty sweaty this round because I think they're having a lot of fun. They don't want to be knocked out this early in the day.
No, this is bragging rights if anything, guys. You know, at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna take it chill, man. It's just a charity stream. No, absolutely not. It is for bragging rights, and if anybody tells me otherwise, they're lying, and they're gonna get kicked out of the stream, okay? Without a doubt, guys. And as you can see, what I've actually noticed here on the other hand is there's no smoke, and we are running a Montang. With only 2 C4s and an Echo, that's genuinely not much time stalling or denial of the actual plant itself. So, who knows? This could be in the hands of Control. And here we are, Neofighter on the Tachanka, opening up that delicious long angle that Raven did decide to use last round as the Echo. Here we go. Okay, on the pulse. What can he see? Schmed playing behind in server on the other hand. Is he going to be completely pushed out? Can he be supported? We'll soon find out. 2 minutes 40.
Porridge is going to actually enter open area. This is incredibly risky, and he gets shut down. Emo-Rin, a fantastic start to this round for his team. Will give them the man advantage, and now it's up to the rest of Control to try and refrag this one out. Raven will be playing on the Twitch on this occasion, so favouring the F2, a strong powerful fragging weapon. Cynics will follow up on that drone on the entry. He's playing on the Hibana, so of course he has a great primary that he can use, as well as the X-Kairos to open up the hatches. I don't think Athletico are roaming anymore. They have decided to default back to one side. Is Derpe's Beyblading downstairs? I want to know what sense this man is on. What sense is this man on?
He has spotted the person. He has spotted Cynics just above. Nothing happening as of yet. And you are right, Gus. They have decided to take that pick. And rather than continue playing more aggressive, they have gone back down. And you know what? Very smart play as well, too, from Athletico. Good to see Imarin, you know, using that and taking out the Montaigne, which is honestly a very key piece of this attack. Plenty, you know, shield's bulletproof, can handle the C4s head on. And now on the other hand, there it is, a 5v3. They seem to be collapsing on the other hand. What happened here? Did he decide to push down himself? Does seem like it. Yep, definitely does seem like it. Cynics, come on, let's get those hatches open even faster. Skeleton holding the flanks on the other hand. Yep, it seems like to me that he didn't realize that the Jager was playing behind its server, consequently trades out his life due to that.
Poor Skeleton here at the bottom of blue, unaware that Derpe is actually pinging him in that gold vault. Oh no, Raven's made his way in towards side. This is the time to activate my man. Cynics has the diffuser in hand. Can he go for the plant? He will.
Plant, damn it! Plant,
man. Oh no. Oh, okay, he's going to stick the plant. Raven needs to cover. The rotate's not being held though. Oh, he gets the frag at the end of the bearing 9.
50 seconds to go. Oh no! And there it is.
They collapsed.
Oh, Gus.
Oh, that's an unfortunate result. I thought they had it there. Raven was popping off there, made his way all the way in towards site. But Athletico will win this map. It's a 6-5 victory in their favor. Congratulations. They will be heading to the grand final.
Wow, guys. I don't know what to tell you. On the edge of my seat in that last one, I was honestly keen to see the two ex-Elevate boys really go out there and really hammer at it. But let's take a look at the final scores. Imarin 9, Neophyter 6, 7, 7, 7. Raven! Top of the leaderboard, mate! Good stuff. I'll see you at rank later on tonight then by the looks of things, big fella. What a fantastic outcome. And again, super close. Super close, guys.
I mean, it's not every day that you see Raven top fragging. So, look, massive props to Control. As we mentioned, the majority of their players literally haven't touched this game in yonks. So, thank you again for them participating in this event. They provided a really entertaining show. They played extremely well. And look, Enigma, any final thoughts on that game?
As I said, I mean, you know, like you were actually outlining just before, people saying that they're not going to be taking this sort of game seriously. Guys, that's a lie. Let's be real here. We all want bragging rights, especially being the X team. And you know what? As I said, I thought that Athletico would be absolutely romper-stompering them. No way. Absolutely not. And I'm happy. I'm quite glad. It's produced a very good game of Siege. And I think, you know, again, thank you to those guys who did participate off the Control end. Congratulations to Athletico. You guys have now made it to the finals in the best of 3. We will be going up onto the next team on the other hand, so stay tuned.
Yeah, I mean, before we head to that break, I mean, we can talk a little bit about that next matchup, right? We've got Corvidae taking on Taboo. Any just quick thoughts before we sort of head back from that break?
Corvidae, it's going to be a strong team. You know, you've got Jack Dad, Warden, Specker, Nico, and Fletch. So players who do actually still play within the scene. So that'll be quite nice to see. And then you've got Taboo on the other hand. You do have Arlo, who was, you know, just recently playing. You've got Crude, Jam, Striking, and Strider, obviously from Knights. So I think it'll be a bit even closer game in comparison to this one on the other hand there, guys.
Awesome. Well, that concludes Athletico taking on Control. Athletico just winning out in the end in a 6-5 fashion. So they will head to the grand final. On the other side of the break, it will be semi-final number 2. It's Corvidae taking on Taboo. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Operation Awareness Throwback. It's been a cracking start to the day. Not only was map number 1 a classic where Raven was popping off but just wasn't doing enough because, you know, he's bad as it is. But also, guys, the donations have absolutely flooded in from all of us here. We are overwhelmed so far. I think we're currently $200 away from the $3,000 limit we set to begin with. So we are about to smash that within the first map, which is absolutely incredible. We've at least got another 4 to go. So what a start to the day. But gentlemen, welcome back in, Guz and Enigma. Guys, well, I'm going to start with Guz. How did you enjoy that last matchup?
Look, I don't think I've actually casted a game that was that fast-paced for a long, long time. Of course, with this rule set, the downtime between the rounds is so minimal, and the fact that we're playing the old operators has just really opened up the maps. It's less about utility clearing, more about fragging out. We're just seeing teams send it in, and look, in the end, Enigma, right, it was at 6-5. Atletico just managed to get control over the line.
So close. And as you did say, guys, I mean, these games, yeah, they're not reliant really on the utility side. It's all just getting kills, and you see people just playing so aggressively. And I love that sort of siege. You saw Raven jumping out of the window, securing 2. You see the guys pushing down main stairs, even pushing on the side in the last round when they were 2 down. Like, it's not about, you know, the utility side of things, because these operators here, they're not too utility heavy on the other hand. It's just who's the best behind the gun right now. And just in that game, Atletico did manage to reach out on the other hand.
And that's like, if I'm being completely honest, we were talking about it before, and Enigma, you were saying that we kind of expected Atletico to come out all guns blazing, but for it to have been that close was incredible. Now, just a quick reminder of the prizes, guys. We do have 6 places that you are able to take. If you hit exclamation mark donate into the chat, it'll come up with a link. Make sure you jump in there, and I think it's $10 to 1 ticket. So for every $10 you spend, you will get a ticket. Now, one thing we have to kind of hammer home here, guys, is if you would like to be a part of this giveaway, you will need to either give your Twitter or your Twitter tag, whatever you want to call it, or you will have to give an email address. Now, it will be public, just so you know, but we do need those those pieces of information if we are going to be a part of that giveaway. Plenty to win. When you're in the actual donate link, if you click read more, it will show you what the prizes are. So make sure you click that, have a look what there are really to offer, and we'll jump into it. But let's continue rolling on with this show, because we are cracking this out nice and fast. Next up, we do have the bracket where we're going to see, I believe we've got Taboo. I think it'll be an interesting one. Taboo and Corvidae are playing next. Obviously, we've already spoken about that upper bracket. Do you guys want to just go straight into the lineups of these teams?
Yeah, let's go straight through there. Let's go. Let's send it.
Let's just crack through it. You know what, guys? You're talking. Take it away.
Of course, we do have Corvidae taking on the ex-Taboo roster here this afternoon. So Corvidae will be consisting of Fletch, Jack Dad, Nico, Specker, and Warden. So an all-star lineup for them. And then on the side of Taboo, it will be Arlo, Crude, Jam, Striking, and Strider. And Enigma, really like the last matchup we saw today. Again, we're going to see ex-players, current players, all mashed together. And again, it's going to make for a hectic game, which on this occasion will be on Border.
Yeah, and Border, completely sort of different map in regards to Bank. You know, it's quite smaller, considerably smaller actually. It's not even quite, you know, it's considerably smaller. So I'm expecting a lot more aggressive plays from the defensive side, and you know, the attackers need to be on their toes, because you know they're going to get run out on. They're going to get C4 from underneath everything, and I'm extremely excited to see both these rosters really take it to each other. You know, as you did say, you've got a mix of players. I don't see any coaches in either one of these, but it's just ex-players and current players right now. So I really do think that while, you know, the last game was actually quite close, this will be even closer, and it will be really reliant again on those kills and those early round kills and how fast they can really take control. So I'm excited to see what comes up.
I'm going to ask you guys again. I always like doing this just before we jump into it. Corvidae Taboo, who are we going for here? Guys, you can start.
Look, I was pretty confident in the last game that Atletico would take quite a heavy lead, but in the end, it was really close. So as Enigma sort of pointed or hinted towards, this one's going to be close. I'm going to say Corvidae will edge out just, but again, this map is going to be even more frag heavy than Bank was. This is just going to be nuts on every level.
Yeah, I'm at the same mindset there with Guz as well too. I think Corvidae will just inch in front, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that Taboo may come out of nowhere and completely just turn us upside down and, give us a really good game of Siege. So hopefully we'll see what happens.
Flip the game on its head. Well, one thing's for sure, guys. It'll be entertaining. It will be explosive. Don't forget, if you do have something to give, make sure you give it, guys. I'm talking about donations, obviously. And now, Guz and Enigma, guys, you guys are going to be jumping into this matchup. Enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Rob. Enigma, it's time to almost jump into game 2 of the afternoon. We've, had our say in how we think this one's going to play out. We're favoring Corvidae maybe to just edge out Taboo here. But look, both teams, as we mentioned, have some really big names, some of which are still competing at the highest level here in ANZ, some with previous experience internationally as well.
Yeah.
This one's going to be a banger.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm extremely excited, as I said, and you hammered on the nail sort of thing. You've got some big names coming up, some teams who have actually come in the top 4 for Six Masters, some players who have actually competed internationally as well too. So who knows? Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, those players who, don't actually play professionally anymore are still been playing. So, we do get quite a strong contest in between, but I'm quite excited to see, especially Nico on Corvidae. I know for a fact that my team absolutely hates the fact that he's got these absolutely disgusting angles that he just comes up with. So I'm really hoping he does do something quite special for this border game.
Well, it is time now to jump into border here for map number 2 of Operation Awareness Throwback. Of course, keep in mind that the teams are restricted to the OG operators and Year 1. So that's all of the operators up to Red Crow, which is, of course, Habana and Echo. And I mean, last map, that really opened up the meta, didn't it, Enigma?
Unreal. Honestly, unreal. And we just gained a sense of, what's to come at the end of the day. As you said, weren't expecting, to get 2 kills in the first minute of the game. But alas, that is exactly what this meta is currently. It's not like the standard sort of stuff that we do see in the current Pro League setting where it is, last 15 to 20 seconds, take as much time as you need, get rid of the utility, get all the information. On the other hand, it's just swing, boys. Just swing and see what you get out of it. Who's the better gunner today? And right now, we've got quite a strong lineup, as you can see, and I'm very excited. As I said, I think this will again be a very close game. You do have a lot of frag heavy operators on the attacker side. You've got that Blackbeard, you've got the Fear, you've got the Ash, and again there's that Monty. Everybody just loves the Monty today, and being a Monty main such as myself, I do love seeing this sort of stuff. So here we go, guys. What have they got?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be Specker without picking Zofia, would it? We know back when the game had the lean meta, he was the lean god of ANZ. And look, I really hope Corvidae decide to PK here because, of course, Zofia is actually ineligible to be played here. So Specker,
what are you doing, mate?
Things up here. Clearly having a little bit of a brain fade. He says sorry in chat, but look, all is forgiven. All is forgiven.
Just this once though, and no more proxy alarms, guys. For crying out loud, I don't want to have to keep hearing that little beeping sound that I keep hearing all the time. Enough with that stuff. And here we go. Look at that. What is Striking got coming up? What do we see here? Will he catch anybody out? Here we go. Somebody leaning close. Here we go. Here we go. Monty coming up. Nah, they both go to the left instead of taking that east stairs. So unlucky Striking. Better luck next time, my friend.
Striking, of course, still rocking that cryptic tag in his name. He did compete, of course, on this Taboo roster back in the day, but also competed for Cryptic more recently, I believe, in Season 10 of ANZ Pro League. Meanwhile, we are going to see quite an aggressive play here from Corvidae, but Knight's going to try and deny that, but the rush comes through. Jam gets mine with the shotgun. 5-on-4 Specker gives his life away. Of course, he did pick Zofia, so probably rightly so, and Taboo will get that early round advantage. Oh no! Oh, Nico.
Monty's down. Oh, there it is. Refrag, thankfully. So it's a 3v4 now on the other hand. They are trying to aggressively push through the double on Armory, but it's coming to no avail. 3-3. Warden does get that pick on the Ash. He's swinging! He's swinging! No! Oh, no! Oh! Okay. Okay, what have we got? Is he gonna peek again too? Smoke out. What do we get out of that? We'll be able to get him up. He decides to leave him. Arlo, what are you doing? What about your teammate? Krona, you guys used to play in the same team together. Fine, recently. Oh, there he goes! You could have picked him up, man! What are you doing?
Oh no, Arlo tries to go for the run out onto that suicide valve, but misses the shot, but Crew doesn't miss his. That's Gordon taken down and Jack Daddy on the Habana. Now left in a 1 versus 2. A single bullet will end his life as he makes his way in towards Archives. He finds one. The refrag isn't there from Crew just yet, but he can play time. Jack Daddy needs to find this pick. Surely he can't stick to play, and he goes for the shots, just misses. It's an awkward gunfight. Can he get the kill? Crew's left to reload, and Jack Daddy will clutch that one up, and Corvidae will take round number 1.
What just happened? It was literally on, what, 5 health, if that? They could have just aggressively gone for it. And you know what? It's quite funny you did say he's still got time. Actually, as a matter of fact, guys, he had 1 minute 14 left to go. Plenty of time in the game. So, as you can see, the frag's already coming out. A small map such as, you know, Border, it's really going to start putting us on our heads. And I'm surprised that the defenders or any of the sides haven't picked a pulse yet, because it would be absolutely fantastic on this map.
Well, we will take this time now, this downtime, or this quick downtime, to read through a couple more donations. The total almost at 3K already, guys. So great effort. We're at $2,831, which is absolutely insane. We have a $164 donation from Golden. Thank you very much for that one, mate. Dev with the $109 donation. Great event all. Hashtag Feel the Magic. Thank you very much to our man, Dev Marta, Mr.
Dev.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Miggy,
absolutely.
Miggy with 54.77. What a throwback. Hashtag AthWin. Fantastic work, everyone. Thank you, Miggy. And I know you do love your coffee. Scrooby manages to donate $50. Thank you very much to Scrooby. Hudson with $22.46. Appreciate that one. Hudson and James with $11.17. Love you all. We love you too, James.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, thanks again, guys, and don't forget, whenever you donate, put in some sort of contact details, your Twitter tag, or whatever, or because, you know, in order to be able to be eligible for these prizes, we need to know who actually donated it, okay? And if you don't, and unfortunately you win, well, I'm going to take the prize myself, okay? So make sure that you guys actually do that. Nobody wants me to win ever. Exactly. So here we are, 1-0 to Corvidae's side. They are now on the defense on the other hand. They did overdock Floch. So, Fletch, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's botched his name a little bit there. I'm not sure
He's botched it. He really has botched it, haven't you, Floch? So here we are. So, as I was saying, you know, these are defenders playing a little bit more aggressive. Blackbeard all the way at the very back on the other hand. Don't know what he's doing out there. There it is. Fletch, you've done it, my friend.
Oh, he's clipping that. He's definitely clipping.
He's done. There it is, the DN. There's the DN. It's a 5-3 now on the other hand.
Brother.
Arlo down. Crew down. Okay, what can Taboo do on the other hand? What can we get from these guys? Because currently, right now, Corvidae really taking control on the other hand.
A bomb has been located.
Taboo with that man disadvantage and the round disadvantage. Plenty of time left in this round, and Strider will find one. Of course, he does currently play for the Knights. He made the top 4 in 6 Masters. In fact, finishing 3rd in the playoffs. So it's a fantastic effort by him and the team, but now he needs to step up here. He has the diffuser in hand. Shots rain out. I think there might be one in the flank. He needs to be mindful of break.
He's standing up on the table. He's on the table.
Ooh, this could. I don't know who it is on the table, but this could be.
I think it's Fletch. It's Fletch. I'm pretty sure it's Fletch. Nah, he's been thrown down. Nice. Great work. That's fantastic.
3-on-3. Minute 30 on the board. Taboo with plenty of time to play here. They do have striking as well, playing that Blackbeard. Oh, the timing for Strider. That's terrible. Almost down Specker, who's now on a slither of HP. Gets away with his life critically, and he will now be able to rotate back towards Archives.
Does get docked up on the other hand, so he's back up to close to 50 health, so that is manageable. But again, 3-3, 1 minute to go. We do see them taking control of the CCTV. The Blackbeard shield does save Striking's life on the other hand. Then he gets his head blown off. What can they do here? 1 minute left to go on the other hand. Strider, what are we doing, my friend? Do we know that there's somebody playing close left on Armory Double? We don't know. There's also somebody supporting him at the very back as well. Here we go, Jam. What can we do right here?
40 seconds on the board. Jam with the diffuser in hand needs to try and head this entry. He is running the G8. 51 bullets. He can just spray them all down, but Striking will find the first. The refrag does come out. Jack Daddy sneaking in the corner will drop that diffuser. He knows that it has been down, and now Striking and Strider both low on HP need to clutch this one up, but Strider left in a 1 versus 2. He's below, trying to clear these defenders with the skeleton key, but Enigma, I think this round will go the way of Corvidae.
Well, we did say that last round in regards to Jack Daddy was playing, and we went the other way on the other hand, so there it is. No, you're completely right, guys. 2-0 on the other hand, so a bit of a different start in comparison to Banks and Atletico versus Control. It was 1-1 on the split, but now here we are, 2-0 up, going back on the attack again. Will Taboo will they learn their lesson? Do they realize that they need to play peeking aggressively? What do they need to do? Because right now, right here, they're going to get stomped if they don't start taking matters into their own hands.
We do have another generous donation coming through from Estos, who gave $22.07. So thank you very much for that donation. Another thing I want to highlight is anyone in chat that wants to watch a point of view in this game as well, make sure you open up a new tab. You can actually watch Nico, who is streaming this on his own Twitch channel, Nico Woe, if you want to check him out. Nico is obviously known for not only in Pro League matches, but I'm sure he'll do it in the charity as well. Nutty plays, nutty angles. So if you want to watch an actual POV, listen to the comms and get a better sense of how this game is playing out, feel free to bring that up on another tab.
Look at that, poor striking. Pick time gets him out of water, and I don't know what he's done, but he's picked the Wamai on the other hand. So you got to be a little bit faster, buddy. What's going on here? What's he going to do? Is he going to absolutely send it like the way Specker did? It would only make sense on the other hand, Guz.
Potentially. C4 has been preset by Strider, but again... Actually, we are going to see Pulse on the board. I was going to say that we're not. So we could potentially see Arlo play below, for example, gather some of that intel and play off those pre-played C4s. As you mentioned earlier, Enigma, this map is very conducive to that Pulse play. A lot of the floor is destructible in a similar fashion to Coastline, for example. So these teams can definitely try and utilize the limited utility that they do have on the board to try and find some of these picks. And talking about picks, I think Striking just sent it, gave away his life, and Specker will get that first pick.
That's fair. And you know what? It's respectable at the end of the day. Problem solved. Thank you very much, Striking. Good stuff, buddy. Good to see you do something this game. So, on the other hand, here we are. Do they know? Strider playing aggressively. He's going to send him. Oh, he's down him. Does he know he's down? Yes. Nice. 4-4. Oh! Let's go, Strider. Nico, what are you doing, Chief? Put the shield on. You're playing Monty, mate. You're a massive, bulky French guy who's 2 meters and 100 kilos. What's going on here, mate? Running down with the Magnum in your hand? You're absolutely Strider with the triple. Okay, what can you do from here?
I mean, the man could be on for the ace, but unfortunately, Jam will shut that down. It's now left in a 1 versus 4. Warden on about 40 HP. There is a player actually on that really long angle on top of the cabinet, but it doesn't matter. Strider. The run out there from Strider. He finds a 4K in this round, and Taboo will finally get 1 on the board.
Finally, and this is what I was talking about, guys. When it comes to playing aggressively, you know, this whole meta just completely shifts everything that these guys who are in, you know, the scene, the top scene of ANZ, realize that, you know, it's not about the last 15 to 20 seconds of the game. It's actually, as a matter of fact, get in their face. You know, there's not much utility to shave. Let's just get it done and get it, you know, sorted. Let's get 2-1 on the other hand. So here we are. They've come back. Now we're switching it over. They're on the offense on the other hand, Strider and his team, and then we've got the defense. So what will we see here, guys? Is it going to be a 2-2 or a 3-1? What do you think?
I'm not too sure, but what I am sure of is we have actually already smashed out the 3K goal. We're at 3,400. Quick clap for everyone.
Stuff,
absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Let's go through the donos. We have $55 from Daniel. Thank you very much to him. Richard with $6. Appreciate the contribution. Brandon Langiano, the Carly main himself, and look, a bit of the Ash main tonight in Raven. That's Raven. Brandon Langiano. Yes.
Where have I heard that name from?
Love to see Rainbow Six community turn up with this great cause. Thank you very much, Brandon, for that 164. Derpay with a massive $327. I do like my coffee for the cause. Looking forward to doing more reverse Magnum Monty plays in the final. Derpay, we cannot wait to see you later again today and again.
That's fantastic.
Thank you for the donation. If you guys want to donate and contribute, any amount is great. Exclamation mark donate in the chat. And of course, we have some awesome prizes that you can win. Just make sure that in that donation message, you put your Twitter @ or your email address, and we'll be drawing those at the after the stream, and we will get in contact with you. So make sure if you want to donate and want to enter, it's $10 a ticket. And of course, you can go into the running if you put in that contact information. So make sure you get around it. It is for a great cause.
And again, guys, just honestly, that's just absolutely massive. You know, we're hitting our goal. We haven't even gone halfway through the second game. I think it's really important to know that sort of stuff, guys. Honestly, that's exactly what we want to see, and this is all going to a good cause at the end of the day. So good stuff. We have an early rush. No support. Okay, what's going on there? Why is he not check? Oh, the refrax does come out. No, the team kill. The team kill comes out on the other hand, so it's a 3-2 on the other hand. Here we go, they're sending it.
Oh, no!
Bear trap! Look where you're stepping, bro! You're going, what is he doing at spawn? The bear trap! How do you let that happen?
I think Striker's playing on Internet Explorer. The man's about 30 seconds behind the rest of his team. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh, trade your team in. What are you talking about, bro? Land those shots. Oh, thank you. That's nice. I was gonna say, even I would have landed those shots myself, mate. What is going on here? Oh god. We're seeing team kills flying around for people stealing each other's kills. Guys, this is a bragging rights here. Bragging rights. Everything is on the line. Alright? So, let's be aware of that, but also at the same time too, we've still got a Capcom up. Is he going to run into any Capcons? He knows that somebody is playing inside of security. There's two in security, actually. He's got it.
Oh, no.
Surely he's... Mate, how do you miss that? What are you talking about replacing the team when the looks of things you can't even land those shots yourself striking? What's going on there, buddy? Yeah, retirement does suit you, my friend. Absolutely.
Of course, Specker, a little bit of a wild card for this entry, but we couldn't go to the event without including him. He did, way back in the day, play for the Dark-Sided roster, then eventually transitioning later on into the Fnatic roster, playing at big events such as the APAC Finals before then taking a little bit of a break, and he is currently on a hiatus. Maybe one day we will see the return of Specker, the lean spam god himself.
Absolutely. You know what? I think my team could do with a couple of refreshing players on the other hand there, guys. So who knows? Might have to drop, I think, Angmo actually, as a matter of fact. Pick up Specker instead.
Hey, don't be mean to Angmo. He was kind enough to invite me to his ranked stack.
Yeah,
ranked stack last night. And we think we won a couple games, so probably got the elo back that I lost playing with you.
Oh, with me, I think it was actually playing with Dev on the other hand. As I did remember saying to you, you know, I'm playing Capital here for crying out loud, and the guy literally runs through my fire and then blames me for dying for running through the fire that I put there. Are you joking with me, dude? That's definitely Dev right there, Mr. Worldwide. Oh my god, Mr. Put himself into the ground, more like it. Jeez.
We would like to announce that we have actually updated the goal for this event. You guys were too generous. We've had to up it already to 5K, so we're, you know, about 2/3 of the way there, so continue to flood those donations in every small amount. It's very much appreciated. We do have a donation from Nico Road Donuts. $22.22 donation because end round 3 and Nico is a donut. Thank you very much.
I do like my donuts as well too. And to be fair, Nico, if I was...
Strider!
I was going to say, Nico, if I was playing, mate, I'd be on a donut as well too, and my favorite is vanilla, so we're at this together. But again, guys, just a reminder on those donations, don't forget to put in some sort of communication thing that we can actually find you on, so that I don't take your prize. I promise you, I will. You don't want that at all. Oh my god, Arlo. You've got a pulse scanner, my dude! What are you doing? You've got a pulse scanner! What is going on here? Oh! Nice jam, one on Fletch, okay. 5v4, 5v3, Strider popping off now. 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time still on the other hand. What's going to happen here? It does seem like Taboo are an advantage. I am wrong here. Warden, on the other hand, makes it a 3v4. What can we do here? What can we see? Here we go. Running outside. He does see that B is clear on the other hand. Does see that one is playing on that wall. Sees the Valkyrie camera pull out. Specker.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Dirty man. Dirty man. God.
That would have been nuts.
That would have absolutely been incredible. And again, taking time, guys. We've got a minute 40 to go. Does he see him? Did he see him in Sparkle? Jack. Oh, what is this proximity mine? You sick... Oh, good night. Where's the GN? Put the GN in chat, big fella. Stop running proximity mines, you fools. God damn. How many times?
I mean, poor Jam, he might not even know what the proximity mine is, to be completely honest.
I don't think he does. Neither does Porridge from the last game, the poor guy. He was so confused. What do we got here? 3v3, 1 minute left to go, guys. What can we expect to see here? Warden very low. Specker extremely low. So Jack Daddy leading the charge. Okay, will he swing? Nut swings. Oh, the timing. Oh, 1v3.
Oh, Warden.
Go, son.
Warden.
Go, son. Go, son.
Oh.
Go, son. Go, son.
Oh, no. Oh, that was so close. What a massive round there from Jam to clutch that one up. Hits the shot above. Such an awkward angle straight through the metal bars. What a fantastic play there from Jam, and what an explosive round from him. That will make the scoreline a little bit closer now. 3-2 still in favor of Corvidae, and a little bit of history for everyone at home. The last time that these two teams actually played each other under the banner of Corvidae and Taboo was the Pro League Year 2 Season 3 playoffs, which is effectively Season 3 way back in like late 2017, which is in fact the rules that we're actually basing this tournament on. So yeah, it was actually the 27th of September 2017, and Corvidae actually managed to edge that out in a 2-1 victory. So look, a little bit of history between these two.
Crazy, and look what we've got on the other hand. So people have decided to keep opting with the frost mats, and you know what? I like it. I really do like it. Nico, he's finally decided to do God's work out here and has picked the Caveira. Personally, a favorite operator of mine. Whenever I play ranked, though, not allowed to play her on the other hand, but I would like to see him get an interrogation, especially on maybe who on the other team, who's really bottom fragging. Arlo, mate, looks like he's coming for you. That's for sure. So what have we got? 5-5. They are holding not a very traditional side, being, you know, customs and security. So we'll see if hopefully something will come out of it on the other hand. But Nico's still playing on. Oh, don't do it, Nico. Tell me you haven't found something.
Oh,
you sick man. You're actually a sick man if you get up there. Oh, he got up there. I actually hate you so much. Nico. This is exactly why my team will never beat you in freaking Pro League, man. What are you doing here, dude? This is exactly the sort of stuff I do not want to see ever. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. That's disgusting, man. That's no respect for the other team at all.
That is such a Nico thing to do. Of course, Nico is actually streaming on his own personal Twitch, so if you want to open that up on a new tab, twitch.tv/NicoWoe, and you'll be able to see exactly how he got up onto that absolutely insane angle. But it does look like Corvidae, or the Knights rather, or the Taboo rather, I can't even get my names out. There's so many different prefixes in these players' names. We'll be entering over towards Passport. Stalled out a little bit here. We've seen a lot of the attacks so far this afternoon be incredibly fast-paced. One, based off the rules, and two, based off the fact that these players are really playing without fear. I guess the question is, in this round, when will that explosivity come? And it looks like it'll be Warden, actually, to get that first pick on to Strider with the C4.
Fantastic, and this is what I was telling you about, guys. Again, we need to use that pulse a little bit more. It's such an enclosed map, man. Just get in there, call where they are, use that intel to your advantage. Arlo's still on the outside of the map, 1 minute 40 left. Plenty of time on the other hand. So, let's see what can come about. It's a 5-4. I'm not going to discredit right now Taboo. They do need to do something specially. They have opened up Passport Wall on the other hand directly onto site. What angle can Crude find on the other hand? He's trying to close out. Does he see him? No, that's somebody actually playing in the hallway itself, sorry. But there is somebody playing right inside of the little Passport office thing. So, what can we get from there, guys? Can we get somebody? It's a peek hole. It's a peek hole. Stop shooting! Shoot, boy! Shoot, man! Shoot! Oh, God. God. On the other hand, here we go. Interrogation!
Nico.
Interrogation! Interrogation!
Oh,
interrogation!
let's
Come on, baby! Come on, baby! Pull it away! Let's go! Let's go, Nico! Let's go, son!
Oh, he actually
oh man! Oh, man! I was hoping for this flawless round, guys, and he got the interrogation. Man, am I happy to see that.
Pop off, Nico. We were waiting for him to hit that interrogation, and he definitely didn't fail in the delivery. Corvidae will take that round and head themselves to match point. Crude is calling walls, but look, I think it may have just been that interrogation, and Corvidae will be a single round away from closing this one out. It's really up to Taboo now. They need to win the next 2 rounds, Enigma, to try and head this one to OT.
Honestly, what a round, and I mean, match point already. Honestly didn't expect this at all. Maybe it was just expected that Taboo weren't really going to put too much of a fight up. Who knows? But I mean, we're already on match point, as you said, guys, and you know, there we are. Striking, literally calling him, you know, try hard, and Strider saying that, you know, we have Crude. Or what does that mean? Is that a hindrance? Is that an anchor? What are we talking here? Because I'm telling you right now, Crude is probably still better than me.
Chat, mate. Look at that.
Oh,
calling out Arlo.
Arlo. Well, the last thought that I had of Arlo was when, you know, he decided to take my team on Cafe and decided to put Mims down at 0 and 6 on the other hand, and man, did every single boy in the team just roast Mims on that. So I don't know what to tell you guys, but I'm hoping to, come on boys, let's make it a little bit closer. Arlo, actually use your pulse scanner. That would be nice as well too. That probably would put you up instead of being on a 1 and 5. You know, you're still doing better than Cynics was at this time at last game. So good stuff, buddy.
I mean, a big standout for this match so far has been Warden, actually, going 10 and 4. He's now stuck himself onto the Blitz. We haven't seen a whole lot of Blitz play, actually, today, which is surprising. Blitz, I mean, he's not as fast as he once was when he was a real speedy boy, but he can still get a bit of work done, and those flashes can disrupt defenders, but striking will get that opening pick from a spawn peak, and that's a great start for Taboo, trying to get themselves back into this one, and here we go. Arlo will have that pulse scanner out, and maybe he'll be able to find that pick.
I'm telling you right now, guys, I do not like going up against a Blitz. There is nothing more terrifying than hearing that shield coming around the corner and this man charging at you and then flashing you. It is actually terrifying, okay? Absolutely terrifying, but that's what I want to see from, you know, the defensive team, guys. Let's play aggressive. Let's get these peaks going on. Let's take out Specker, who was probably QE spamming while he was crouching and running through to East Door. Who knows? But here we are on the other hand. Nico on the Monty. So we got 2 shield operators. Plus a Blackbeard. It's a 4-4.
Oh, that's C4! He shuts it!
Oh no! He still gets C4'd! 2-3, here we go, Taboo, what can we do? 2-2. Nico QE spamming on the other hand with the Magnum as well too. What can he do? Come on, pick him.
Oh, Nico! You're not meant to do that. Arlo is left in a 1-on-2. Can he retake the site? No, he can't.
Guys.
And Corvidae will close out the map. What a play there from them, and look, what a dominant map in the end.
Wow, I am actually completely lost for words. I thought that C4 would blow up, only for another C4 to blow up underneath Jag Daddy on the other hand. The 2 shield operators just completely going in, and Warden! My god, son! Why can't you do that in 6 Masters, bro? What happened, man? You went insane just then. What's going on? What a great performance on the other hand. 12 and 5! Jesus, and Arlo, what did I say, bro? Take out the pulse scanner, you might actually get a couple of more kills, mate. What's going on here? But otherwise, a good and strong performance from Corvidae. 5-2 in the split, guys.
Again, another super entertaining game to watch. Extremely frag heavy, which is what we expected heading into Border, of course. It was such a close map. We saw a small map, rather, than we saw a lot of vertical destructibility as well. C4s flying out left, right, and center. And I think in the end, Corvidae just probably favoring that frag meta a little bit more, able to edge out in the end. And look, Enigma, that means they will be taking on the winners of the first game, Atletico, in the grand final later today in a best of 3.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be casting it, but I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. And again, I want to see, you know, in that game, I still want to see Silex go off. Come on, son. You're a coach. You've got already Raven in the last game going top fragging. I need you to pick up your part and actually do some work going through this next game. But it's going to be even better, you know. You've got 3 maps on the other hand. Let's take it to the very, very last round. I'm very excited to see it. I actually don't know who's going to win that one on the other hand, guys. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we can spend just a fraction of a second before we get ready for the influencer match talking about that grand final. It will be Clubhouse, Skyscraper, and Chalet in that order. And look, I mean, just saying those names for a competitive match is just making me super excited, because that's going to be like a whole other level of craziness.
That's gross, guys. The thing is, you know, I can get away with Clubhouse. Clubhouse, yeah, my team loves Clubhouse, whatever. You know, Skyscraper, my eye starts to twitch just a little bit, and then I hear Chalet on the other hand, and I'm like, I hate that map. I hate Chalet. You know, all the boys in the caster stack, we all hate Chalet. We always verse the sweatiest dudes in Chalet as well, too. It is actually the worst map ever, and I can't deal with it. So, we'll see what happens, mate. We'll see what happens.
Well, that does conclude the semi-finals here for the Pro and Ex-Pro matches. On the other side of the break, we will have the Influencer Show match. It's a best of 1 on Bartlett. Dev and Raven will be taking you through all the action on that matchup. Enigma, thank you so much for joining me in the first 2 maps today. We had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. On the other side of the break, we will have that matchup. We'll see you then.
'cause I can rule it. I'm telling you, it's right, it's rather risky. It's rather risky. Ooh, I'm sailing. When I lose the old, I'm falling to the seas, 'cause I can row the boat. I'm calling you for help, but you won't come. You won't come. Let's just buy a submarine and go on an underwater cruise to the moon body. Really sacrifice a few for a safe ride home. Are you safe on your own? Did you swim all the way on your own where the water's so dark? Would it be too ashamed to admit that I am the one to save you from drowning? Far from me, there's no way we can make it. I'll never take it since you said it rhyming necessity. We can never make it this way. I'm never ready as long as you close your mind away. And so all I ask, could you swim all the way on your own when the water's so dark? Would it be too ashamed to admit that I am the one to save you from drowning? You're on fire tonight. You're on fire tonight. You're on fire tonight. Turn up the light and shine brighter. Did you swim all the way on your own where the water's so dark? Would it be too ashamed to admit that I am the one to save you from drowning?
I'm treating this just like a
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Operation Awareness Throwback. We've been absolutely smashing the donations and we are loving every minute of it. Both matches have been enjoyable, but I'll tell you what, it's the changing of the guard. We've got Dev and Raven with us, but hang on, I need to officially welcome them. Dev, the sweaty ranked Mr. Worldwide Martyr, and Raven, the claps cheeks in OA Throwback _casts, not to be forgotten mistaken with Raven casts. Guys, welcome. It's great to have you back together.
We're getting the gang back. We're getting the band back. We're going to jam some tunes. I'm so keen. Yeah. This is awesome. It's great to be here.
It feels like Anchorman all again, you know, like we're all just, we're banding back together. Someone's blown the horn out and we're all back and we're enjoying it. So, guys, have you been able to keep up? Well, I mean, obviously, Raven, you've played in that first show match and you actually played quite well. I'm genuinely surprised. Okay, I'm just going to say that you came out all guns blazing. So, you know, how have you been feeling about today so far?
Look, it's been awesome. That match was really fun. I generally keep a lid on it in ranked, and I don't think I really sweated that hard either in this game, but it was a lot of fun. We played it semi-seriously, but still pretty light. We were laughing a lot in in chat. So it was great. And it was awesome also to come off and see how huge the donos went during that game. So thanks everybody that donated, because that's so fantastic to see how quickly that shot up.
Yeah, and Dev, I know you're pretty tired right now. You would be on a little sleep, but how are you doing, my man?
Oh, fantastic. You know, really excited to be back involved in some ANZ stuff, especially charity stuff like this. I know that everyone who's been involved, and I couldn't list off everyone's names, but Hawk's doing production right now. I know Sky and Guz's been super involved, Loza as well. Everyone else, you know, doing a fantastic job. So it's been an absolute pleasure to witness. Bit surprised that Raven managed to find a kill, but that's all right. I'll forgive him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great so far.
Look, I'm not going to lie. Raven was saying how it was little effort, and I'm like, geez, what? So now you're just like this god of ANZ. What's going on here? He comes in and just all of a sudden is slapping around Atletico as if they're not still playing. Like, come on, man. What are you trying to do here? Anyway, we've got some prizes as well that can be won, ladies and gentlemen. We need to transition into this nice and smoothly. Of course, you can hit !donate in chat. It'll come up with a link. Go ahead, and if you do have some money, it would be great for you to donate. The donations have been incredible so far. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we're all quite overwhelmed with how quickly we've been able to hit that first marker, and we're just going to continue to try and push and push and push. If you'd like to see a list of those prizes, make sure you do hit the see more, I believe it is, down the bottom of the description. You'll be able to see what prizes are to be won. And one thing you do need to note is we need to be able to contact you in some way. So please make sure you either hit up with a Twitter @ or a Twitter link or your email so that we can contact you with the winners, as we will be announcing them after the stream, I believe, potentially tomorrow or the next day after that. But plenty of goodies to be won, and yeah, we can kind of move on with the juiciness now, which will be the bracket. I believe we're going to be able to see where these games actually, you know what, we're going to be heading straight into the show matches. Sorry, I kind of forgot where we were for a second. We're into the show matches, guys. Now I think I'm going to let you guys explain this. Do one of you want to take one team and one the other?
Oh, you know what? I might jump on Goated, because it's old mate Jess, who I've been working with recently, is leading up that team. We've got Imasuka, who's a local caster as well, Alphanton, Mop Garden, and Aussie BB. So all your favorite streamers and content creators is pretty exciting time to see them jump in the server and no doubt go tapping some heads, whipping out all the deep strats.
Yeah, and then on the other hand, they're going to be up against Perfect Ace, and you might recognize a few names there. Repix, I know, quite a popular streamer, as well as a famous name in Ranked, so definitely be watching out there. And another couple of names you might recognize. Uber Timmy is a pretty prominent name within Ubisoft streaming, and with Rainbow Six, a lot of work within charities as well is Uber Timmy. It's great to see all these guys coming together to form a team called Perfect Ace. I'm excited to see if they get an ace, just based on that name. I feel like it's now an expectation.
So I believe we're going to Bartlett University. Guz has told me that he's thrown it in there for a bit of a meme. Do you guys have any thoughts on this?
Call outs. I mean, I don't know about you, Raven, but I've not played this map since it was in Ranked about 2 years ago. Yeah. So it's going to be a toughie, but I'm really keen for it, because this map was never played to like a really high level, and here we go. You know, these streamers are going to be as confused as us about this map, so I'm super keen.
Yeah, I was trying to visualize the map just before, and I'm just thinking what the callouts were, and I'm like, I think there was a room with some models in it. I think it was called Trophy, and then there was a room with a fireplace that looked cozy. I think that was called Library, but I don't really remember.
A lot of brown, that's what I remember.
I'm going to say I have absolutely no clue, so I'm glad that you guys are casting this, and it's got nothing to do with me. I just get to sit back and watch. So I have to do it. I've asked Guz and I've asked Enigma in the past 2 matches. Let me know what your thoughts are here. Which team where are we leaning? Are we leaning left or right? You guys are gonna Raven. Dev, you start.
Look, I've lost too much elo to Repix in ranks that I can't doubt his I can't doubt his team for this one.
Raven? It feels that way. Yeah, it feels that way. That being said, you know, the leadership of Jess maybe will pull through her team. So just to be devil's advocate or good cop, bad cop, I'm just gonna go with Jess's team.
Good cop, bad cop. All right, let's see how it goes, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure working with you again, but we're going to send you over to the little casting panel. So take it away, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so keen to get this one started, Raven. I can't even remember the last time you and I casted together. Would have been early Six Masters, so a little bit of a reunion of our own sorts here. And we are going to the one and only Bartlett University.
We are, and as we were talking about in the pre-show just then, I can't even think the last time I looked at anything to do with this map, honestly. It's going to be really fun to see how it plays out, because I'm sure these guys are pretty much the same. They're going to be potentially a little bit lost, reliving some of that nostalgia. That being said, I did hear along the lines that maybe some of these content creators, influencers, have been practicing on Bartlett.
Oh, really? Wow, that's dedication. I appreciate that. I really approve, because I know if you stuck me right into Bartlett University today, I wouldn't know the first thing. I wouldn't know my head from my tail. So just a reminder, guys, of course, this is a charity stream for Feel the Magic Operation Awareness Throwback. So if you guys want to donate, use exclamation mark donate in the chat. You'll get a link to the Everyday Hero page, and we'll try and keep up to date with all your donations, reading them out. I know we missed a few here. I noticed yours was in here, Raven. We've got Derp and Nico from the last game, Sky as well. So yeah, just remember, guys, to also put your Twitter at or some form of contact information that you're happy for to be public. Make sure you put that in your donation message. Otherwise, we won't be able to contact you for prizes.
Yeah, it's been really good, as we said, about the reach out from the community and the donations so far. The fact that we absolutely smashed through that first goal within that first game was absolutely fantastic. So keep that up, guys. And we're already seeing some meme kind of strats here, Dev. We've got 5 players, all stacked up around the single window.
Oh yeah, and you know, they're hanging out in lounge. There you go. We know a quite.
Oh, nice.
It's a full send outside. All right, 4 players overstimmed. Great use of that utility there from Jess. No doubt we'll see these entry fraggers go absolutely ham. Is this a knife round, or are we just taking it slow and steady to begin with here? As we see the perfect ace jumping in around, it does look like it. We are going to see a knife fight.
It's like knife fight to me too, and they're just patiently waiting. Repix is going to try and take a swing with the sledgehammer. Obviously, it does have a slightly bigger range as well from the knife, so maybe not such a bad strategy, but it's all going to go, Dev. They're going to go straight in, and it's 2 versus 4 already in favor of Goated, but
man,
Kuchi brings it back. Oh, no.
What is that? Was that an ace? The perfect ace
as well.
It's Mikoshi with the perfect ace. Unbelievable. On the Hibana. I mean, the script writes itself right here.
That was insane. I mean, I said it as a bit of a meme, you know, in the pre-show about perfect ace, and that I expect an ace coming out, but that's not how I expected it at all, Dev. The fact that it was round 1, but a knife ace as well, I'm blown away.
Okay, well, I guess we'll put that one in the bag, and Perfect Ace are going to take that to the bank. They'll cash it in later, but they're on the defensive now. Of course, we are doing some OG rule sets, the original Pro League esports match settings, where it's first to 5 rounds, and you switch attack defense every single round. And well, it looks like we're going to, I think it was at library. Yeah, indeed. So this is the library and I don't know, classroom bomb site. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's called classroom. It's got a blackboard in it.
Yes.
I remember this back in the good old Bartlett rank days. This was the site. This one, and then Trophy, which is the other side in the top floor east. These were the absolute game of the bomb sites that we used to pick. So you can see that the Perfect Ace have definitely had their dry runs, had their strat sessions, and they're ready to play.
Yeah, I'm keen to see how it works out. I mean, I wonder whether any of these players that have potentially played as long as when Bartlett was in rotation, whether they do remember some of that meta of how to attack these different sites. I remember attacking this top floor one was quite tricky. There is one window in the connector on the west side of the building that can be really troublesome to deal with. And yeah, I'd be keen to see if the attack try to exploit that at all.
Oh, look at this from Tim. Nice and aggressive. Are we knifing, says Mob. Just wait for that no to come out in chat, and there you go. Tim just barely gets away with his life. Almost obliterated there. We do have Aussie Blackbeard here on the Montaigne, and the attack is shaping up. There is only one exterior doorway on this entire map, and that's where the Montaigne will be sitting. But Rare picks to open things up, at least for the start here, and oh, everything's going the way of the defense.
And we said to keep an eye on the gunner of Repix as well, so that is the opening pick for him, at least. Not netting anything with the knife in that first round. All in this first minute, Dev. There's been a lot of action. I mean, we've seen Alpha, Anton on Goated's side tagged quite low, but so has Ubatimi from that run out. A lot of pressure being put to side. They will answer back though on team of Goated, so it does make it a 4 versus 4. And this Montaigne on the Aussie Blackbeard here, he has pushed all the way into lower library, so that's going to be really good progression and good intel for his team.
You know what, Raven? If you're actually in the building as an attacker, you've already completed like 50% of the work here on Bartlett, because that's the real challenge. Now, we do see these two attackers starting to file their way on through. That's Alpha Anson to find his double for the round. Nictacular goes down. We still got those two ACOBs of Repix and me Koshi upstairs just waiting. And Miss Z as well with the FMG9. Absolute terror of a weapon when you can afford to bring it. And look at this, Repix with the hip fire. Absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, Repix just getting ready to speed it up there or turn up the heat either way. It's a 3 versus 3, and we've still got about a minute to go, but that's now taken to an advantage by Jesgoat on Team Goated. They'll have man advantage, great repel on the window. Miss Z in an aggressive position in Compass Hallway, just under the default, so maybe not quite to be expected by these attackers. Gonna have to rely on the Montaigne to push up, but of course Repix is still alive for his team. Really seems to be the danger man moving forward.
But Miss Z, good use of utility here to force back that Montaigne. Repix goes for another, but gets punished. Can't even go for the revive. And look at that, Imasukai with the final 2 kills, absolutely obliterating the defense. And look at that, we have 2 attack rounds in a row here on Bartlett University.
Yeah, which really is, you know, not how it used to go, right? As you said, it was always so hard to get in the building on Bartlett that it really favored the defense. And right now, that attack looked very comfortable. And I've got to say, I feel like they used the map really well. Just using that window repel to get that pick and cut through those rotations, as well as pushing through with the Montaigne to get the intel. I think it was a great attack from those guys. And are we going to see some Fuse picked now, Dev?
Please. Oh, yes, please. One thing I'm really loving about, we are, of course, using the dated operator lineup. I'm not sure, do you know, Raven, exactly which season we're going up until? I know it's one of the OG ones, so we don't have,
yes,
as Guz was mentioning previously, the Maverick and the Ace.
As many bombs as they can.
All the way to the end of Red Crow, I believe, Dev.
Okay.
So, Habano Echo, the last DLC ops that you're able to play in this tournament.
So that explains the no Mira, no Jackal. And so, yeah, this is truly the Year 1 experience. The Year 1 Pro League experience, complete with maps such as the very one Bartlett University.
It does create a very interesting change as well if you are still playing the game quite frequently, as most of these guys are. I discovered it personally in that first match, just how different the game really plays out and the way the strategies change, just based on the fact that you can't use a lot of those extra operators that you're ready for.
Yeah, and it's funny, really. We were playing some attrition last night, Raven, and once you play an operator and win a round with an operator in attrition, you can't pick that operator again for the remainder of the game, and that makes you start to really you go into the couch looking for loose change and looking for loose operators to see what you've still got left, and it really makes you have to appreciate some of these Year 1 operators, such as the Fuse, that you wouldn't otherwise get to see.
Absolutely. Now, they are at Rowing Trophy, which is the other bomb site you mentioned, Dev, that was really in the meta, if you want to call it that, for Bartlett University. So already there's a lot of pressure coming in towards that Rowing Museum and Trophy side. We saw Ubatimi on that singular window, and I just remember the amount of times that people would be stacked up at that window and trying to funnel through, and it was just always an absolute mess.
Indeed, and we do have, in fact, 3 people stacked up there at the moment. Aussie Blackbeard, the player to receive. The perfect ace starting to shape up around here, and this is the danger of these external repels. These windows that face kind of inwards on that little slant means that Alpha Anton may be able to find that kill onto the repelling player, but besides, better of it for now. And there is some slight rotation here from the attackers. I love this, that cluster charge. Gonna absolutely obliterate any utility underneath this hatch, but that does telegraph that position.
And very importantly, it is telegraphing that position. Aussie Blackbeard keen to peek that, but it's being held right now. Something the attackers will have to worry about, of course, is the danger of this Cav still playing down on that first floor. They seem completely unaware, so many stairwells on Bartlett will enable that Cav to be able to flank up and get behind, but big picks coming out from Perfect Ace. I mean, it's a 4 versus 2 now, Dev. That gives the attackers here a big advantage.
Fantastic shot there from Imasukai, and now Aussie Blackbeard trying to hold down the fort. Here and rowing, it is the B bomb site. Here's the player coming up the stairs, takes his head off. That's Repix, the man himself, goes down. 2 versus 3, but this is looking very doable here for the defense. Imasukai finds another one, but it's all on him, as in a 1v2, he will clutch onto this diffuser for as long as possible.
And a great smoke there as well, knowing exactly where the attackers are coming from. Just allowing him to be able to reposition, reload his guns most importantly, because he was very recently in that engagement. And the fact that Diffuser is down right in front of him means he can really control this engagement. It's going to be up to a wide peak here. He misses the initial shots. These Toxic Babes are going to help, but the aggressive push straight up, not getting any shots onto Imasukai. He hits the shotgun beautifully, and that means it's up to the final engagement. This sledge comes through strong though. That is Uber Timmy on that, and Perfect Ace will get round number 3.
I'm not going to lie, I thought we were going to see the 4K in the 1v3 clutch just there, but barely edged away there by the Perfect Ace. So far, it looks like we may go for that rehost, as you would have noticed, Mop did unfortunately disconnect. And, well, imagine if Mop was in that round, maybe that would have been the slight bit of difference that the defensive needed to keep that alive a little bit longer.
Absolutely, it really could have helped out, so it'll be good to be able to get that player back in for the next round, but it's still only 2-1. We're still early in the game here. That being said, just to remind you, of course, it is first to 5 as we're playing the old competitive rule set, and boy did I notice how quick that goes, Dev. I just felt like we were getting warmed up, and then all of a sudden we were facing overtime, and then the game was over.
Yeah, I mean 2-1, I believe, is the current scoreline. So that does mean that we only have potentially a couple rounds left before this is all tied up. But since we've got a moment to breathe, why don't we start having a look at some of these donations that have come through just while while the action was going down. So we've got Michael Guz himself. He's saying my DevMarta gas camera is prepped and ready. I'll try my best not to keep that pumped up too much. Let's go, Perfect Ace. Miss D, don't let us down. The $22 from Tony Scarface. Thank you very much. I'm just going to keep listing through some of these, Raven. We've got JCZ, who's infamous former Pro League player, gave $22. Thank you very much, JC. Crisis AU said, just here to watch Aussie Blackbeard get clapped. Respect.
That's great support.
Yeah. I'm sure all these streamers are like, yeah, thanks, fans. I really appreciate you guys. I don't know if I can read this correctly because it's a difficult to pronounce name. 4AF Chloe. Thanks for raising money for Operational Awareness. Best of luck to everyone involved. I love this. We got a bit of wholesome in here too.
Yeah,
we got great. Amballs says, let's go Corvidae. They will be playing in the final, so make sure you stick around for that. And another one from 4AF Chloe, another $17, says $15 for the knife ace. Jess lost, so coffee is banned from EU and ANZ. I just want to say, coffee cannot be banned from EU and ANZ. Otherwise, I will not survive.
Yep, apparently it's a needed commodity for you guys, Dev. I know very much that you are relying a lot on coffee, as is Jess. So that's not great, but look, appreciate all those donors, guys. It's really great to see the community really digging deep here and supporting a great cause behind Feel the Magic. And just to be able to see this feed is just phenomenal. It's actually blown me away how strongly this has been going so far.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for jumping in and supporting it. I mean, it's. I know it's been a long time in the works, and this is, if I'm not wrong, the 3rd or 4th Operational Awareness stream that Sky's put together. So, for everyone who's been along with the ride, thank you so much. For everyone just coming in now, we've got more donations coming through. Wixie with the huge $50. Team Mop, Siege Community, best community. I gotta say, the Siege community is the best community. When you guys can be as amazing as supporting such a fantastic cause as Feel the Magic, then that's super impressive. By the way, you may as well go over when you go !donate, you can go to the donate page, but you can also read up about Feel the Magic and start to learn about what they do. And it's a really great cause that some of my mates have been volunteering at for quite a few years. Some of the people heavily involved in Ubisoft Australia. So really, really great cause that I recommend you find out more about.
Absolutely. Definitely read into it if you guys have the time. Of course, to recap real quickly right now, we are in a rehost. It's not like this match has finished. We will be coming up very shortly. I believe we are actually just waiting on one player in the lobby. And while we do that, Dev, tell me your thoughts about those first couple of games. Did you catch them? Did you have any thoughts moving into the grand final who might be looking pretty strong?
Well, I opened up the stream and I saw you were on Ash, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess we'll see how this plays out." No, but in jokes aside, yeah, I mean, I thought that the Corvidae game over Taboo was a bit traumatic for me, as it gave me flashbacks to back in the day when I worked very closely with the Taboo guys, and we got slapped sometimes by Corvidae. So, yeah, a bit of I guess history repeating itself there. But fantastic to see the Corvidae guys back together, Nico and Fletch all on the same team with Warden and such. So fantastic. They looked very strong against Taboo. I will give them that. Atletico, I mean, you guys gave them a run for their money. So, I don't know. I could kind of say, I mean, it is the OG, right? Atletico versus Corvidae, the very first LAN we ever had was those two teams. So, we couldn't have asked for, I guess, a better matchup for our grand final, but I think it'll be tight.
Absolutely agree. I think it will be tight as well, and it's great that it's come together that way. But speaking of come together, we can all come together now to continue to enjoy the Influencer match. We are here on Bartlett University. It is 2-1, of course, as we have played out some rounds there. It's Perfect Ace up on 2-1 against Jess's goated team. So let's get back into it in round number 4.
All right, and once again, classroom and library. It seems to be the meta bomb site, as you said, I guess. And, well, if I'm not wrong, we've only seen attacking round victories so far. That first round was the knife fight, where we saw that beautiful ace come through. And then we saw another very close round in the building, actually, this time, defending this very bomb site. And then we moved over to trophy in that almost clutch from Masukai. So, very attacker-sided thus far, which is a bit of a surprise to me here on Bartlett. I would have thought that this map definitely favors that defensive side, but who can guess what's going to happen here in Operation Awareness?
Exactly. You never quite know, and especially with this influencer match, these guys do have some fantastic little pocket strats and just little things that they are able to pull out at will. And one thing that might be getting pulled out at will here is Timmy has offered armor to the other team. So maybe he's going to be generous enough to run out and donate those guys some armor.
Whereabouts is he? Is he just standing near the doorway at the moment? I'm scared for Tim because Uber delivery coming right up. I'm a bit scared here for Tim because, he ran out previous round, albeit with his rifle ready. But, he received a few bullets in his backside for it. So is Tim going to offer up that armor to the attacking side? There you go. Puts it down. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just adorable?
He even put the door back up, so look at that. Like a proper gentleman closes the door behind him.
He even received a bullet for it.
Yeah, wow, that's a bit rough. Hey, they gave him armor and he got tagged up. Oof.
You see how sus they are? They have two people covering to make sure that this isn't just a bait. But nah, Tim's just a sweetheart, that's all.
Big issue. Somebody missed their t-shirt. Like, come on, free merch. Let's go.
I don't think Jess has gone and picked it up yet. She's busy doing the Lord's work with the diffuser on the roof.
Speaking of the Lord, I'm surprised we haven't seen any Tachanki yet. 3 rounds on Violet. I thought we'd see some Chanki come out, but not yet. We did see Atletico pick that a couple of times. I believe it was Neo on the Tachanka.
Well, still time, Raven, still time. And, that goes for this round as well. Pretty early days, and you'll notice the attackers doing the classic stand on the roof and look at these windows. Just waiting for someone to peek, because they have been tapped already, and there is a defender just on the other side. Who didn't get their armor, says Tim. And that's Jess. She's got business to do. She doesn't have time to get armor. That's not a flashbang, mate. That's the Claymore. And Mop does open things up a little bit. That takes down the Valkyrie player. Good refrag, though, from It's Me, Coach. He's surely missed me. Unbelievable. How does Anson win that one? And now he's in the building in the bomb site.
Anson just straight repelled into the Matrix there, straight past that defender, and he's wide swinging onto Uber Timmy. He's going off on this round. And in fact, Repix has been down, so that really does leave it all up to Itmi Koshi on low HP on this cap can. And 1 versus 4, that's going to be tough.
Capcan just sneaking. Here's that Ash player right behind on the other side of this wall. going around that corner and doesn't last out that gunfight. Goated are going to even things up here with another attacking victory.
Yeah, look, I think it's fair to blame Tim for that. You know, it really would have been hard to be dealing with those attackers. Of course, they're the ones with the generally higher power weapons. And the fact that they're going to be having higher armor count as well than what you'd expect, that's just going to make it all the more difficult for that defense. So I'm not too surprised that we have seen it go that way. But it has evened out the scores, Dev. We are at 2-2. And of course, it is one round rotates between attack and defense. So it's not what people would be expecting with the single half of defense and then the single half of attack. Because it's rotating through, we're seeing a trade of rounds happening.
Yeah, very much so. And that also means that all of these defensive bomb sites are still unlocked. So we'll see once again, rowing and so it's Rowing Museum and Trophy picked by Goated this time around. Now, they almost won the last time they defended this one. They were in a 4v5 because Mop Garden did disconnect. But I've got to say, if Imasukai can step up like he did the previous round, then maybe we'll be able to see finally a defensive round here in the midst of all these attacking success. But no smoke this time for Imasukai. A lot of good information gathering here on the defense. I mean, Raven, I am seriously analyzing this right now. No joke. I am seriously analyzing the operator lineups. The thing that's going to spell death, I think, is if Mop does offer up that armor to the attacking side. Because it didn't work so well for Tim.
Yeah, and look, I think it's only fair, right? They should be trading armor here. And Mop's actually looking like going to be held onto it. So, oof, that's unfortunate there for Perfect Ace, but is what it is. And look, you want to analyze operator lineups. I want to say how well-rounded the defense lineup is, in my opinion. They've got great utility there with the ADSs, the Bandit Charges, intel on that Pulse. Of course, the ability to frag out on a Rook and take some shots. I think that's going to favor them a lot. But hey, Perfect Ace have already moved very strongly towards that singular window we talked about before. They're able to obtain this great position here to open his hat.
And speaking of up lineups, on the attack, this looks like a... Whoa, hello! That's
what a shot!
Repix, nice shot there. I think that was Jess who threw that one up, but oh man, I mean, Repix is going to be so happy that he shot that one just in time. And well, this attacking operator lineup really does look like an actual screenshot out of Year 1 Pro League. This is a very well-rounded lineup, just the same. Good soft breach, some good hard breach, counter to those Valk cams, but look at that, the trade all ready to come through. Repix taken down by Jesgoat, the opposing captain, and there is that refrag there against Aussie Blackbeard, and the defense is really taking some initiative here.
Yeah, they're really going up into the face of the attackers and taking the gunfights. Imasukai has found another as well. Let's make it a 4 versus 2 now, favoring the defense. Look, it is these two attackers. They are stacked up at this window, Dev. We talked about the infamousy behind this window. There's one of them down. So all up to Uber Timmy now. He will trade back onto Mop Garden, but he's still got 3 to find.
And he has a whole minute and 20 seconds to sit outside this window and aim down sights, waiting for someone to peek him. As everyone knows, is the ultimate strategy against antsy defenders. That drone comes through. Oh, pre-fire goes through, but does not land a bullet, and 2 players to peek means that indeed the first defensive round here on Bartlett University is won.
So that will give that team the round count advantage as well, of course, because we were tied at 2-2, so now it's 3-2 in favor of Goated. Moving forward, Rowing Museum and Trophy are going to be picked again, so really showing the popularity of that site and maybe even the comfort of that site. Something that I'm surprised about is that we didn't see a lot more of that attack coming across the map, Dev, because once you get map control inside, you can feel a lot more comfortable, but you generally start to get more happening. Being out on windows does tend to stall you out quite a lot.
Very much so, but now that we have the Goated on the attacking side, perhaps they can start to implement that strategy. Of course, we have Jess. No doubt going to be leading the team, leading the way here on the Ash from the front line.
On the Ash.
Of course. Now, I do just want to mention, guys, of course, this is a donation stream, and we have, once again, another amazing donation to come through from the one and only Schmed from former Atletico, who will be playing in the grand final. A huge $135. So thank you so much, Schmed. Amazing stuff, and I'll see you in the grand final.
Hey, we'll be in the grand final, and that does get our goal edging closer to 4,000, or the count edging closer to 4,000, I should say, with our goal currently being at 5. So hopefully we can get it there for the grand final. That'd be really exciting, add that extra layer of hype, but really great the support everyone's showing so far, so good job, guys. We're about halfway through now with this influencer match.
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, so there is still plenty of time to get your donations in. We also have a raffle going on. $10 AUD is one ticket in the raffle. There's lots more information on that, which we will explain once we head back to the desk again. So, there's no reason, there's lots of reasons to get involved here and help us celebrate this fantastic cause.
Yeah, spread a bit of love in the times that we're in at the moment, Dev. It always feels quite good.
But look at this. We've got Perfect Ace going for that. Perfect Ace going for that bomb site with the only successful defensive bomb site thus far. Is that wall soft, just adjacent to this hash? Surely they could. Okay, it's been reinforced, but it's me. Koshi does find the sledge of Mop Garden. I know Koshi's been struggling thus far since getting that ace in the first round.
White the ace at that, being the knife ace. And look, I was getting a little excited. I noticed that Aussie Blackbeard was on the Blackbeard, so you've got to expect he's probably going to step up and pop off here, but wait and see how it goes. Repix has something to say about the frag count, though. He's going to pick up a nice kill in model there, entering towards trophy. We'll give Perfect Ace the man advantage right now, as we're almost halfway through the round. There's an angle being held beautifully onto that window, and that pre-fire for an Imasukai almost hitting the mark. Not quite.
Look at Aussie Blackbeard to try to live up to his name. One shield down. Lands just the one bullet, I believe, in exchange. Jess also having dropped the hatchet in an aggressive position. You can see there's information for her. Finds the head of Repix. That's an important player to take out. Now rotates over to help out Aussie BB, and Koshi is going to fall under the pump, no doubt, in just a moment. 2 players to find, but Jess says good night, and there you go. Suddenly, Goated have put themselves in such a strong position to take this attack.
I don't know if there's a playground at Bartlett or not, Dev, but Jess is swinging right now, and she has been hitting her shots on this Ash. So that's given her team the man advantage now, coming into the final 45 seconds, but they don't really have a lot of pressure or control towards site. They're just generally pushing across the map right now. Some great anchor angles being held. Nicktacular gets one. Uber Timmy is about to see the top of one through the counter there, but no, misses his shots, tags low, 2 versus 2.
Such an important position, though, for Nicktacular here on this flank. Finds that one kill. Suddenly, the man advantage is turned on its head, and Goated must rely only on Jess, who finds her third for the round. 1 versus 1, and she cleans house. That is a 4K to clutch out that round and spearhead Goated onto match points.
Strong round from Jess. She just decided to go forward only with that Ash, swinging around all those angles, getting the picks. Did a great job. I thought she was a bit cornered in that office towards the end there, and maybe a pinch would have come on, but she played it beautifully from behind the cover. Well played at that. As you said, it is now match point to Goated. So if Perfect Ace want to remain in this, they're going to have to be perfect now in another way and get 2 rounds consecutively to at least force that overtime.
And if we recall here for a minute that one of the Perfect Aces rounds that they won was that knife round. I mean, if that didn't happen, if that knife round, you kind of raise that from the books, they'd be staring down a 1-4 at the moment. So does make you a little bit concerned here, staring down 2 match points in a row. The Perfect Ace is going to push so hard for that overtime, but it might not be enough. They'll have to start here on their attacking side. It's been a huge challenge for them. But, of course, Goated can't repeat that trophy and rowing bomb site that they won previously, which means they're going to have to rotate down to kitchen and piano. If I'm not wrong, I believe those are the names of these particular rooms. It's not every day that we have to utilize our Bartlett callouts.
Yep, still feels a bit weird looking at the map, but hey, it's going well so far, and I believe you're right, it is kitchen and piano. Imasukai did offer up armor to the attack this time, so that will help them out a bit. And I also noticed Rapix appears to have answered the Ash challenge here from Jess. He's gone on to the Ash now for this attack, so see whether he can replicate a similar success to what Jess had.
Oh, look at this. Is Goated going to give him the opportunity here? It's the second time the perfect ace has given over, but Jess says, hey, I don't really care. I'm going to take off Tim's head. Chucks the GN in chat. The absolute full send. The Doc pick, the Ash pick, and the GN in chat on the spawn pick. Absolutely nothing can reel this in.
Yeah, look, that's going to put them on the back foot. And I think they are actually using the armor as a trap. That's another player down at the front side of the building on the south. Nictacular on the IQ. Off the board. He was pretty helpful for his team in that previous round on the defense. They weren't able to secure it. Rix has moved in. He's moving close to site. Looks like he's just going to drone himself forward. Try to frag out for the team.
There's a good angle, though, being held. I believe that's Jess on the mid-stairs, but player might swing close. Repix doesn't know how many players there are taking him down. 75 HP damage is what Alpha Anton can do before he's traded. Now Repix, low on HP. It's going to be so difficult on these engagements. No drones, no information. Just relying on his rifle and the Q&E spam to make this gunfight his way. Sees the player around the corner, but just looks away at the wrong time. Couple pre-fires come on through, but he's surrounded here. He gets out of dodge.
Look, just to bring it back, you know, Jess is going pretty hard here, but rightfully so. She actually has pledged to donate $25 per kill that she gets. So, you know what, Jess? You can spawn pick all you like. You can tap the heads, and we'd love to see that count go up.
Repix has been counting as well. Oh, in that long engagement with Jess, he gets lit up so much, doesn't deal any damage to Jess. In that long engagement, this Ash, so eager, so keen, but that barbed wire is going to make this very difficult. Gets into the bathroom now. This is a nice cluster charge. Might catch Mop off guard, but gets out of the way just in time. Two of these defenders so low, and Jess does secure that one. Gonna heal up her teammate as well. There's another one for the defense. It's all on Miss Z, who has struggled so far, but Type 89 in hand, standing up against 3 defenders and match point. Gonna do her darndest here in the final moments, potentially, of this round. Shuts down Jess. That is the player who has been stepping it up for Goated, the player who's had such a big impact this round, and suddenly, I think this might be doable.
Yeah, but a big thing here is Diffuser is actually up on the roof, so I'm not too sure Miss Z is going to be able to do much about it, as these defenders have really pulled back here. On site now, 16 seconds to go. As we said, Diffuser not in hand, so Miss Z is going to just run around and try and find these picks. Misses a player right in front, though, in the library. That is going to be GG to Goated, getting that round and getting the match dev.
The GG Illy to come out in chat. That's exactly what I say after every one of my ranked games. Look at that. Jess Bank. Don't forget to donate, guys. What a game we've had here. The Influencer Show match. A beautiful way to end it as well. You know, wasn't the... you have a Rook giving his armor out. You have a Doc spawn peeking, and you have a Castle absolutely stratting it up. And then you have the Mute get the Diffuser down and go and protect it into the final moments. That is... excellence, if I have ever seen it demonstrated there on Bartlett University.
Absolutely. It was a great demonstration of a lot of different things there on Bartlett. Look, I took a peek at the scoreboard. Jess was on 7 kills here. We did have a rehost as well. I'm not sure how many she got before that, but regardless, that's going to be quite the hefty donation. So thanks so much, Jess, for the support and to be able to put that donation together. But look, that game was a lot of fun, Dev. I personally loved seeing Bartlett again. I can't even think of the last time I've seen it, honestly.
I think it was about round 3, and I was actually thinking, oh man, I really want to play Bartlett right now. And that's not something I thought I would be saying, right? But I mean, when you see these old maps, you get so nostalgic for it. Like, you know, who wouldn't love to play some old Clubhouse pre-rework or what have you? So, yeah, fantastic stuff there. Really fun game to watch, to play in, I'm sure, for the players there. And a reminder, guys, we have been talking a lot about these donations. You can get in it as well, !donate in the Twitch chat, and you will get the link over to the Everyday Hero page. We're raising funds for Feel the Magic, which is a fantastic charity to raise awareness for and also raise some funds for. And we're also going to be refreshing the donation page so we can read out any of your donations. Just make sure that if you want to enter into the raffle, make sure that you put a Twitter out or some kind of contact information that you're happy to be publicly displayed on the page. Make sure you put that in your donation message. And yeah, we'll see you for the grand final, I guess.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that because that grand final looks like it's going to be a banger. Corvidae looked like they were in pretty hot form. Atletico, I can personally say, They look like they're pretty coordinated still, and they've got some strats to boot. They'll bring in Tachanka, Fuse. They weren't afraid to play around with it, so I think it's going to be a great game.
Awesome, guys. Well, it's been a fantastic day so far here in the Operation Awareness Throwback. I hope you guys have been having as much fun as we have. Thank you again to all the influencers who have just participated in that match. Thank you to everyone who's been donating. We have one more game. It is a mega best of 3 between the OGs, Corvidae and Atletico, a rematch for the ages. You guys don't want to miss it. We'll see you in a minute.
I'm almost lost for words. It is phenomenal.
It's been an unbelievable journey.
You get more out of being a mentor than you expect. It's just mind-blowing. Camp Magic is a wonderful place where bereaved kids are able to come and learn how to express their feelings and their grief.
My biggest fear was that I was always alone, but here I've got people that have gone through exactly the same thing.
Every child that attends Camp Magic is supported by an adult mentor, and that mentor is specifically matched with those child's needs.
My mentor, James, is just such a great guy. We both like playing video games. He has lost a parent as well, and I've lost a parent.
It's important to have a mentor because they really make you comfortable to talk about our stories.
My brother passed away of cancer and leukemia. It was very upsetting when he died. We were best friends. I cared about him so much. I wish I just could see him one more time.
Imogen's taught me a lot. Just the way that you can empower yourself by sharing your story.
With both the mentors and the campers, we create a framework based on our values of empathy, empowerment and growth, so they can come up with their own ideas, come to their own conclusions, reminding them they do have the tools within them to feel good again.
I had lucky because I'm lucky to have my pop and my little brother, my two little brothers.
To see these kids articulate, what they've been through, they're so inspiring and they make you evaluate your life. Just reminds you of what's important.
It helps me back in my life. I've got 4 young children and I sit there now and I listen to their problems instead of trying to fix everything.
The thing that I probably take away from camp the most is watching the kids comfort each other, learning how to empathise, just seeing them want to help their fellow campers even though they're suffering, I think is just really lovely and a great sign for the future.
My favourite moment was when we got a flower and we had to write a message and then put it in water. Just to fold the corners, and then when you put it in the water it opens up like a flower is blooming. With the flower it resembles me opening up.
I'm a shy kind of person, but coming here I'm really more socialised because it's such a great environment.
It's you and your camper, and then you're part of this bigger group, and then you're part of an even bigger group as the whole camp. You have different relationships and connections on so many levels, and that's honestly what's truly magic about this camp.
On the Saturday night we have a memorial ritual. The campers and the mentors create notes for their loved ones.
I wrote 3. I wrote one for my auntie, my nan and my mum.
You write it on a little piece of paper that you send to your loved one that's in heaven.
Take your message that you've written and put it in the fire and use the fire as a way to send a message to them, a way to speak to them.
We in our group said to me when we're sitting around the campfire that the sparks going up from the fire are our messages going up to our loved ones. I thought that was incredible.
Just being open in myself to helping her completely and totally. I actually end up going through my own grief journey, and it's the most amazing experience to gain so much from this little 7-year-old girl who's going through so much. It gives to both of us. It helps her and it helps me, so it's wonderful.
They find a sense of belonging, they find their heart again, they find more of their purpose, they make new friends, and they have new tools to go out in the world and thrive.
What these mentors are doing, helping us, I just want to do that for someone because you feel like you're doing something for the world.
G'day there, ladies and gents, and welcome back for Operation Awareness Throwback. I'm Guz, and joining me is the one and only beautiful Dev Marta, and we're getting pumped up for what's going to be a banging grand final. It's a best of three, Atletico taking on Corvidae.
Yeah. Oh, two OG teams. They've earned their spot here. They didn't just get invited. They had to play in the semis earlier today in the best of one. That was a lot of fun. I know they already got riled up. We saw some Tachanka picks. We saw some crazy Cav spots from Nico. Like, this is already proving to be an absolute banger of a day. Fantastic cause. We've received so much love in chat and so much support for Feel the Magic, which is the fantastic cause that we are here celebrating here and raising money for. So it's been... we couldn't have really asked for it to be any better.
Of course, you folks at home can type !donate into the chat and get the fundraiser link. Let's bring up the prizes because we have fortunately had SteelSeries ANZ and Ubisoft Australia both jump on board for this event. They're offering some really awesome prizes. Every $10 AUD donation goes towards a ticket. Just make sure in the donation message that you put a contactable info that you're happy to be public, such as a Twitter @ or an email address. But Dev, let's go to that bracket. You mentioned it earlier. These teams made it through the semi-finals, best of one, but now it's time for that best of three grand final.
I like that we've got the X before all of these teams. It's ex-Atletico, ex-Corvidae. These are teams that we have reunited for these events. These teams have been, well, these guys played years and years ago together. How long has it been since Nico played with Ward and Jack Daddy Fletch? Such a long time ago. It's been fantastic. And so, we're talking about Atletico, who took down Control in that very close overtime game on Bank. Raven just not good enough, clearly, for his team to prosper. But on the other hand, that Corvidae game over Taboo was very convincing.
Indeed it was. Let's bring up those lineups for the next matches and see exactly who's taking place and just recap once again. Of course, we've gathered some of the ex-players of these rosters from Atletico and Corvidae, mashed them together, and we're going to see them battle it out in this best of three. Are there any standout players, maybe for you, Dev, that we should be keeping an eye out here for?
Well, it depends what you're going for, really. But Neophyter was rocking the Tachanka quite a few times in the match previously against Control, so definitely want to keep an eye on him. From ex-Corvidae, Nico also found some really cheeky little Cav spots, and Nico, as a content creator, as a professional player, we know him, we love him. He's always looking for those cheeky little things, those cheeky angles, cheeky spots. So definitely would look out for both of those players, but also the old guard who maybe don't necessarily actively play. So Silex, obviously a coach for the current wildcard roster. Schmed, who honestly I don't remember the last time he played Rainbow Six, but it's so cool that we've got him here. Same case for Fletch and Specker. So it's really exciting looking at those players who maybe haven't played the game in quite some time, as well as those guys who are just staples for the Rainbow Six scene locally.
And I mean, we talked about this a little bit off broadcast, right? Both of these teams, as their brands, have a pretty rich history. It was actually the first ever ANZ Invitational way back in 2017, where these teams went head to head in that best of five grand final. And it was actually Atletico that just edged out with a 3-2 victory. And I mean, I'm sure that rivalry is going to be stoked a little bit here.
Very much so. And that ANZ Invitational went the full 5 maps on LAN. It was an absolute slobber knocker. So if that's anything to go by, maybe we'll see the full 3 maps here today as well in this best of 3. It should be very exciting. It should be very close. There's a little bit of pride on the line. There's definitely a lot of memes on the line as well. So we're definitely not going to be disappointed by what these teams are bringing to the table.
And of course, the maps for today being that best of 3, there has actually been a slight update over the course of the break. The players, they wanted to spice things up a bit. So map number 1 is actually going to be the beloved presidential plane, which is going to be absolutely insane. Then, of course, the second map will be yacht, and the decider, if we get to it, will end up being skyscraper. So look, let's just pick up the meta at the moment, throw it way out the window, because everything you know about Siege is going to be questioned, I think, this afternoon.
Plane, yes, this plane was, believe it or not, in Pro League once upon a time. Never in ANZ Pro League, though. It was already out of the rotation by the time these guys got their hands on Pro League. But these guys, I'm sure, played it in the old CG tournaments, the old ladders and go-fors that happened in the Community Cups back in the day. So I guess it's a bit of a question of who's been playing enough casual to get some of these games in on these maps, that they're still familiar with them, that they've got the strats. It's going to be absolutely crazy, especially as we are only using operators that were released in year 1 or prior. So that's nothing newer than Red Crow year 1, season 4, which is when Hibana and Echo came out. That means no Mira, no Jackal, no Maverick, no Nomad, no Kali. It's really exciting.
Yeah, of course, and that coincides sort of with the throwback theme of this event. We're also running the Year 2 Season 3 Pro League rules, so that means that instead of the matches going for 12 rounds like they do currently, it's actually 8. So we could potentially see an OT that actually goes a shorter overall length than the current matches normally do, so that's going to spice things up. We've also turned off the bans, we've also turned off the 6 picks, and as we saw earlier today, that has really sped up the games. Often actions coming through every 30 seconds because early round these teams are just sending it, and it's been really fun to watch.
You just can't catch up with the game sometimes, like whether it's because there are spawn peaks or runouts or the rounds just happen so fast and there's no downtime. It's really non-stop action between these teams. I'm starting to think about what we're going to expect here on map number 1, Presidential Plane.
Yeah,
Tachanko has already been brought. Like I don't know what to expect. Like maybe some Glaz on wings, some good classic action where Glaz sits out on the wing of the plane for the entire round, just trying to see people through the windows. Sky's the limit here.
I mean, I think Atletico actually teased. I think it was Derpe in the team chat. He's gone, yep, Emo Rid, chuck him on the Glaz, put him on the wing of that plane. And as you mentioned, you can literally sit outside for 3 minutes popping heads. I mean, Glaz, arguably not quite as effective as he would have been way back in the day, but I mean, he's still definitely going to be a threat. Teams will need to be mindful of that. And I think it's going to catch people off guard. As you mentioned, this map has not seen the light of competitive play for such a long time. Never mind in ranked, for example. It's been out of ranked for ages as well. I don't think these players are quite going to be ready in the first couple of rounds for what we could see.
Well, I know a lot of these guys are kind of notorious for jamming the casuals and terrorizing all of the players like me who don't know what they're doing. So maybe if they've been jamming enough casual recently, they will be familiar with some of these maps, and maybe that'll give them a bit of an advantage in this map. That said, you know, Presidential Plane, I think it's going to be a really learning experience for us as well and for the viewers. No, not everyone is super knowledgeable about a lot of these maps. Like for me, for example, I haven't played Plane in years. I think maybe the last time I played Plane was way back in the Rainbow is Magic event when there was that makeover. I don't think I've actually played Presidential Plane since then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an insane map as well because, of course, you spawn outside, you got to run up the stairs. It's going to be nuts. But before we jump in, Dev, give me your prediction. Who's going to be taking this one? What's the scoreline going to be?
I want to see the full 3 maps. I want to see the full rendition of what we saw way back at the Ends of Invitational. And, I mean, who's going to take it? Atletico might be able to edge it out like they did at that original LAN event. Or maybe we'll see Corvidae get some revenge. Really, it can swing either way. I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, it's impossible to predict. I hope we go 3 maps. Seeing it close out on Skyscraper is going to be nuts. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen big series close down on Skyscraper. I'm pretty sure it was 6th Invitational of 2017, right? That closed on... Pretty sure Skyscraper when Continuum won it. So, I mean, Skyscraper is not shy to some big competitive matches despite not being in ranked anymore.
Indeed, indeed. But we're about to jump into this game. This should be super exciting. It's Corvidae. It is Atletico, or rather, maybe I should say ex-Corvidae and ex-Atletico. We are throwing all the way back to year 1. Guys, I'm super keen for this. Don't know who's going to win. I don't know what we're going to see exactly, but I know that it's going to be fantastic.
Well, we are essentially about to load in right about now. The map is Plane, Dev. I have no idea what to expect. I'm expecting at least maybe the first round to just be full of spawn peaks, the 5-man run out potentially.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll see a knife round. I know we got to see a knife round there in the Influencer game as well, and a knife ace even. Just not on Zafia. I like that. The roast coming out from Sky. I'm sorry, Specker, but Zafia, you cannot play. She was not released in year 1 or prior. I know Specker, a bit of a notorious Zafia main, so he's going to have to make do. But we do have, in the very first round here, that Glaz on Emo Rin, as you mentioned, likely to try to sit on the wing. And we're going to have to wrap our head around this tube of a map in the spectator mode. And the other thing I do want to mention as well is Specker's playing that Valkyrie. Now, there are some really great spots you can put the black eye cameras here on Plane. In particular, you can chuck one right up on the tail wing and see everybody outside and really go for those spawn peaks. So maybe we'll see one of those bad boys come out from Specker.
This is literally the first time I've ever seen this map in the overhead view, and it's tripping me out. I've played this map a lot way back in the day, but to see it in this view, it's actually really, really strange.
5 seconds left.
Very
Oh
much
my.
so. Very much so. And of course, it is that giant elongated tube. Now, Specker, what you got for us? 3 black eyes in the pocket, already going for a spawn peek. That is a man with confidence, is what it is. Looking for peaks. Emo Rin. Black ice on the OTS. That is what we like to see. Nice little one tap from Silex. Coaches can play, it turns out, and Fletch will have to sit down. And Atletico are starting to make their way up. Jack Daddy teasing out a few peaks. Remember that these windows, these little portholes. Oh my god, what is that? Warden? He just took down 2 players and he's hungry for more, looking for a third. It's Derp on the other side. Frags are in abundance here, but still, Warden is holding down the fort. A 4K? What is that from the Frost? I mean, I can't even get a word in edgeways because these players are non-stop.
Well, look, for the folks at home that might be wondering why Plane isn't in rank, that's probably one of the reasons. The attack just forced to filter up the main stairs, and look, credit to the defenders, Corvidae abusing really the limited utility that they have on the board with the shield and the frost mats, able to just completely shut that down. They take the first round, and now Dev, we will switch sides.
You'll love to see it, and of course that means that the defenders of Corvidae, who last round, as you said, was so dominant, will have to now switch onto the attacking side. We do see that Glaz brought once again. Oh my god, Neo. Okay, Sky, please do not spectate Neo Fighter. I do not want to get motion sickness. I heard that Nico here is playing with a controller. I think that some of these players have kind of messed up their sensitivities a little bit as well. So I guess we're getting the full experience here. These players not going to deal with the standard way of playing the game. They are going to make it difficult for themselves.
10 seconds to insertion.
C4 rains out to make a rotate, of course. We are raising money today for Feel the Magic, an awesome charity. We're currently sitting at a massive $4,511, completely smashing the original 3K goal. We are now punching for 5. We do have a bunch of donates coming through. I'm not sure if we mentioned Schmed before, but he contributed $135. Thank you, Schmed. Mop Garden with another donation, $44 on this occasion as I'm getting seasick. Yay, congrats on reaching the first goal. Thank you, Mop, and thank you for participating in the match. Jess Goaded with a massive $246. Thanks, Jess. She got 9 kills, 25 for each. So big thank you to her as Jack Daddy progresses forward, just narrowly misses that frost mat. Here's a 5-on-4 in Corvidae's favour. Specker getting it, goes to the Barber. Here we go. Warden on the wing. I think he downed 1. Can he down another? Misses the shot.
Yes!
Can he connect? He does. He downs another. Warden just popping off here on the glass.
The Glaz is the only operator who has a gun that can shoot through those windows. Now Emo's going to try to go for the revive. Warden has been taken out on that long angle, but there is this presence in the bomb site. What was that, Nico? Take it out now, and well, Atletico are looking to be stealing this one away.
Goodness.
Nico is literally breakdancing as Monsane, and Specker is going to have to head things up and do his best here with the F2.
Of course, this couch actually is wallbangable. That's why Specker is trying to pre-fire it, but he doesn't land any shots. A couple of the Atletico members are quite low. Specker forced to go above. He could use a breaching charge on that castle barricade, but it will give away his position. Instead, he opts to go for the hat shop. How many can he find? That's 1. That's 2. Still 2 more on the board. They're still in the corridor, and he lights them up! Specker with a massive 4K, and Corvidae will take the round out of nowhere.
What is this madness? Man doesn't need Zafia. What is that sensitivity? Atletico must be speechless right now. A 1 versus 4 for Specker with a ridiculous sensitivity. Chopping down the hatch. Bang.
Wow, what a performance there from Specker. A little bit of a wild card in this roster, if you would. But we have a couple more donations coming through. One from Bramo. Thank you very much for the $109, mate. Let's get every viewer to donate $1 or more. If you do have something to give, of course, !donate in the chat. Crazy Mutant with $39. Thank you very much. Skullican with a massive $109 donation. Just saw the Feel the Magic video, made me cry. Here's another 100 for the kids. Thank you, Scallican, and again, thank you for playing earlier today. Dark Hearted, giving $50, a very generous donation. I don't know what I should put here, so I'll just say stay hydrated, take frequent breaks, wear a damn mask, and wash your hands. That is some great advice. And Random Sarah, thank you very much for the $13.37. Great cause, great show. Hashtag AthWin. And there has been actually quite a few messages with hashtag AthWin in the chat.
Well, I think maybe there's a little bit of nostalgia for Atletico, as the org recently, I believe, is shut down. Now, look at this. Fletch traps himself inside as Neo. Yeah, there you go. Nico's getting reinforced into the little. No, he's not getting reinforced. Jack Daddy wants to let him out. I don't know. Surely, free bird, man. Be free. No, he's going to cage himself. Look at that.
Oh, well, there could be a very nasty surprise for the attackers, but they don't actually have a hard breach, so Nico is effectively stuck in here for the entirety of the round, unless he can get that softball open. But Derpe, meanwhile, finds himself inside a cargo hold, getting lit up from multiple angles, and Corpse just spraying them down. It's Emo in on the Glaz left alongside his Monty friend, but he gets pre-fired as well. Specker with the deal goes massive again, and Corvidae will take another round.
What is that? It was all over before it even started, and Specker once again with a huge multi-kill to close out this game, or at least that round. And Corvidae, well, they are getting close to closing out the game. I mean, this is only first to 5. They're more than halfway there, and Atletico have absolutely no response here on Plane.
Of course, these rounds going through super quick. No ban phase at the start of the game and no 6-pick, so we're straight back into the action. These players not really given much of an opportunity to breathe. I'm sure for Specker though, he won't be complaining. Currently going 7-1 off the back of that massive 4K, and then a couple at the end there to close out the last 2 rounds. On the other side though, for Atletico, they're struggling a little bit in that frag department, but they do have the defense now to fall back on.
Imorin been playing the Glaz on the attack, and he whips out that Tachanka. We got the double Spetsnaz bros here with Silex on the Capcan as well. I love this setup. Look at that. A bulletproof camera on the castle barricade, facing the other castle barricade. The depth of strategy here from Neofighter is absolutely unparalleled.
Attacker's objective is to
Of course, Neofighter has been around for a long time, so I'm sure he's had his fair share of games here on Plane, as I'm sure many of these players have. In fact, a lot of them have been around for an incredibly long period of time. It looks like a rush could be coming out though. Flash on the Ash, runs straight past Neo, but he still gets the pick. Schmed misses the refrag, but eventually will clean that one up, leaving it in a 4-on-4.
Schmed's the lone player here on the bomb site. Silex not too far away, holding the 90-degree angle onto that double door entry. The Twitch drone comes through, but doesn't find anything. There's a Claymore to prevent this run out. Schmed misses that drone, spots out the Montaigne player starting to form his way up the staircase. And Silex also to peek on through, see that Montaigne. There's a player behind it. Silex can't quite land the shots that he needs. A spray through the wall as well will not work. And Corvidae seem to be stealing the show here with a full file into the A-bomb site.
Corvidae could well and truly get control of that A-bomb site, but the spray comes down from Schmed and will find one. How many more? Doesn't look like he'll be able to connect, and now it is left in a 3-on-4. Still plenty of time left on the board, though. That C4 from Silex goes big. He sprays through the wall and finds another, and Atletico will finally get one on the board.
All on Schmed and Silex that round. We're talking about Silex, who's just a coach, and Schmed, who I honestly don't know the last time he touched this game. He literally played in the first ever LAN in that Australia and New Zealand had, which was Atletico versus Corvidae back in 2017 for the ANZ Invitational. I don't know when he stopped playing the game. I don't know if he ever has been training or practicing for this event, but man's got game.
And of course, for those of you who may be unaware, there actually is an infamous call-out on the Clubhouse map named after Schmed, the Schmed box, all the way over in Armory, sort of near the AK rack. So keep an eye out for that next time you play Clubhouse. But we do have another donation coming through. Thank you, Hawk, of course, the producer of this show, giving up his time, and the creator of the GFX pack. Thank you very much to him, and again, $54. Corvino or Athletic Bro GF, let's go. And I was talking to Atletico, I think it was yesterday, and they said, oh yeah, we're just gonna get the 4-0 lead, and then we'll start throwing rounds. But so far today, it hasn't quite worked out that way.
I guess you can't throw if you're already, you're losing from the start. So maybe that's the real secret here for Atletico. But we do see a pretty crazy strat come in from Ath. It's the double shield. Look at that. 3 black eyes outside. Absolutely no hiding from Jack Daddy. And wildcard. Oh my god, I just said wildcard. Atletico.
I kept saying that too, don't worry.
Atletico filing their way up the ladder into the cockpit. Look at this beautiful split push. The chemistry is on point. Some of these players haven't played together for quite some time, but they are not letting up. Look at this. It's beautiful.
Neofighter looking to try and find his first pick here on plane as the smoke's raining out. The hatch is soft and they're looking to try and open it for the C4 from below onto the hatch. Oh no, Jack Daddy goes for it, but the fuse charge will make him fall back, but he still gets the kill. The push will follow. Blitz pushes in, but gets dropped by Nico with the super shorty on Castle. Wouldn't have been able to do that back in the day, but the push keeps coming through. Salix and Schmed now left in a 2-on-5. The Monty and the Thermite. The C4, will it find its mark? No. Spec is patient. He blows it eventually, but there we go. Oh no! TK's Nico potentially as he is dropped. Pre-fire comes out, nobody finds Schmed. It's now a 1-on-5. Monty being harassed, and Corvite will claim the round.
It's an absolute massacre is what it is. Atletico doing their best. They had a cool strategy, but absolutely no success in dislodging Nico right underneath that hatch. Corvite get themselves on match points. They are the kings of Presidential Plane and could close it out right here and take us on to map number 2.
Of course, the current donation goal has been adjusted to 5k, so if you have something to give, be sure to type !donate in the chat and get involved for a worthy cause. We are currently sitting at $4,565.77, so we are edging closer and closer to that goal, and potentially we might only have one more map to get those donos in, so make sure you get on that nice and quick. And of course, put your contact information, your Twitter or your email in that donation message, and you could be eligible, or you go into the draw rather, to win some awesome prizes from both SteelSeries and Ubisoft Australia, who have been great supporters of this event.
Indeed, Feel the Magic is a fantastic cause, and, well, I've got to say, guys, yourself, Sky, Loza, and everyone else involved has done a fantastic job putting this thing together. It has been amazing. I have really enjoyed being a part of this, and it's been so wholesome to see the entire community banding together. Similar to how Atletico have banded together to lock Emorin and Neofighter into this tiny little, I forgot what the call out for this room is, to be honest, but...
I don't even know if it has a call out, to be honest.
I think it does, but, I mean, they're basically gone, because with Hibana dead, there is literally no way they can get out of that room.
Well, it is effectively now 4-on-2. Specker playing on 3200 or 32,000 DPI probably. Tries to find some more picks, going 9-2 so far. Oh, geez, Sky, please stop observing Spec. I'm getting a headache already. Oh my. It will progress through though. Into staff section, back into security, and could well push in towards press. My memory is really being put to the test here with all of these callouts. Silex though, we'll find him at the long angle, will be shut down, and Specker will find his 10th. The first into the double digits, I believe, here on plane.
Now that diffuser is free to go be picked up. Let's remember, Emo and Neofighter are trapped with literally no way they could possibly get out. So it is all on Schmed right now. And if he dies, which may well happen, indeed he does. Where is Atletico? Where is Atletico? Where is Atletico? No!
A bomb has been located.
No! I think Warden's figured it out. He's figured it out. He sees it's fully reinforced. He knows. He knows. And this is like, oh, star-crossed lovers right now with absolutely no way to reach one another. This is tragic.
Well, 30 seconds left on the board, and we're just going to have to wait for that diffuser to count down. There is literally nothing that Neo and Emorin can do to get out of this situation. Incredibly awkward. They know that each other are there, but there is simply nothing that can be done as the timer will continue to tick down. It will be a Corvide round. It will be a Corva Day map. They will take plane in the end and get a 1-0 lead in this best of 3.
Attacker mission successful.
Amazing stuff there for Corvaday to close it out in such a dominant fashion. Now, I'm sure a lot of people would say that the most valuable player for Corvaday was Specker, but I gotta say, I feel like the most valuable player for Corvaday was Atletico.
Yeah, that was such a great performance in the end. I mean, completely dominant as you would expect from an aggressive team on plane, right? They were able to just fully send it basically every round. It was so fun to watch. I mean, half the time I didn't even know what was going on because the kills were just going like that. It'd be 15 seconds and everyone was dead.
How do you play-by-play absolute anarchy?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know because I don't know. That was monstrous. And Corvaday take absolutely no prisoners. Flashbacks to back in their height when nobody could touch them. It seems like that's exactly what we're seeing today here in the grand final, but we have 2 more maps. There is the chance here that Atletico can get themselves back into the game, but I don't know if they've got the stones for it because Corvaday are taking absolutely no prisoners. They are not letting up.
Well, I mean, the second map for the series is going to be Yacht. We can talk about that while we wait for the second lobby to form. What are we expecting on Yacht? It's going to play out pretty differently, I think, to Plane.
Yeah, well, I mean, keeping in mind that we still only have those Year 1 and Legacy operators, we don't have things like Maverick and Ace, which would otherwise be really powerful on Yacht. I feel like we're going to see more Tachanka, we're going to see more Montaigne, probably a bit of Thermite, hopefully, because there's some pretty important walls to breach open on over on Yacht. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Probably some traps, probably some shields, bit of banter, everything that we love to come and expect.
Well, map number 1 in the end will go in favor dominantly to Corvaday. We're going to take a very short break. On the other side, it will be the second map of Yacht. We'll see you then.
Moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
G'day folks and welcome back from the break. We're here for Operation Awareness Throwback. Dev, we just had probably the most hectic game I've ever seen on plane in my entire life. Break it down for us.
So we had a team called Corvidae and a team called Atletico. And Atletico were like, hey, can we play? And Corvidae was like, no, you can't play. And then the game was over. That's how it happened, guys.
Pretty good summary. It was, if you missed it, make sure you go back in the VOD and watch it later tonight. It would take probably about 15 minutes of your time because it went past that quickly. But Dev, it's time to settle down now for a little bit. We're just waiting for the players to get into the lobby for map number 2. It's going to be Yacht. I'm not expecting the craziness to be toned down at all here on this second map.
Not at all. I'm expecting a lot of traps, a lot of Capcan, Frost, a lot of shields. We got the Monty came out a couple times. I know Nico said that he loves playing with that revolver, so no doubt we'll see some more of that. But if we got a second, may as well talk briefly about the donations at the moment. Of course, we are raising money here for Feel the Magic, which is a fantastic cause. To find out more, hit up !donate in the chat. There's all kind of links and stuff for more info. If you want to understand a bit more about the Feel the Magic charity, there's a fantastic video that we aired just before this grand final, which is gives you a lot of insight into the great work that they do. But to catch up on some of these donations, I think the last one we did was Hawk. So $11 from Jaren Maddox. Thank you very much, Jaren. $22 from Michelle. Thank you very much. Mikoshi, who played in the Influencer Show match, has had 5 knife kills equals 5 tickets, $50 donation. Thank you very much. And Joshua Campion gave over $100 and said, I'll donate $100 for every kill Neo gets. And then Neo goes and team kills. So
is that -1 then? Does the counter go to -1?
Nah, team kills count as kills. That's what I tell myself in every ranked game.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That way I don't donut.
I mean, let's start talking again about this map. We know that both these teams, they played each other all the way back. In fact, in the very first LAN event for ANZ Siege, it was called the ANZ Invitational. They're back again, clashing heads. Of course, I don't believe it was on Yacht way back then, so that's a little bit of unfamiliar territory, especially considering the map hasn't been in ranked for ages now. What strats are we going to see? Because we know they can only pick the OG plus year 1 ops, so it shouldn't be anything too cheesy.
Well, I've got to say I did like that one push that we saw from Atletico that didn't end up working, where they had like 3 guys go and rush cockpit and 2 guys come up the main stairs. Like that really nice pincer movement that we expect to see from them. Of course, they didn't address the fact that Nico was literally sitting right underneath the hatch when they all dropped. But that kind of pincer movement, you know, little mini squads of a couple players push this side, a couple players push this side. I would love to see that here on Yacht. I think that'd be pretty effective depending on what bomb sites we're seeing. I have a feeling we're going to see quite a lot of top floor bomb site, as that's the bomb site where the defenders can play hyper aggressive and just not let the attackers get anywhere near the balconies and really prevent them from getting anywhere close to the bomb site. So I want to see that. I want to see some just absolutely crazy nut stuff. But yeah, we'll see what happens once we get in the server.
Well, I will just hold that thought for 1 minute. I've just refreshed the donation page and I'm happy to say that we have reached $5,000. So everyone put a clap in the chat. Such an amazing effort from everyone. We started with a 3K goal. We've now smashed 5. And we got over the line with a massive donation from the man himself, Shane Bailey from Ubisoft Australia. A massive donation of $300. He says, thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who contributed to today. Please support Feel the Magic by following them on Twitter and Instagram at FeelTheMagic13. Also, Feel the Magic would really do with more mentors, males in particular. If you'd like to volunteer or know someone who might, please visit the website. And if you know anyone who might benefit from their services, be sure to let them know. So again, a massive shout out to Shane. Not only was he generous enough to give this donation, but behind the scenes, he was instrumental in helping us put this event together and did a lot of work behind the scenes. So we'd like to give a massive shout out to him.
And Shane himself is very, very involved with Feel the Magic, has been for a very long time. He went through that program. So fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Shane, for, as you said, guys, being instrumental in putting this project together. And yeah, big poggers, as they say.
Yeah, of course. Again, if you guys want to get involved and contribute some money towards the cause, !donate. On top of that, we have some really, really good prizes on offer. Thanks to our partners at SteelSeries ANZ and Ubisoft Australia. There's some great prizes on offer. Headsets, chibis, merchandise, you name it, you can win it. $10 or $10 AUD equals 1 ticket in the raffle. And of course, make sure you put your Twitter @ or an email address so we can get into contact with you. Otherwise, Enigma, as he said earlier in the stream, is going to steal all the prizes, and no one wants that.
No, absolutely no one wants that. So we're getting into map number 2. It's Atletico versus Corvidae on the one and only yacht. The very first map that was released post-launch here. And already we are seeing the absolute Corvidae special, but it being administered, I guess, by Atletico. They are bringing out their best strats on the very first round here with the Power Rangers rush.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Of course, the players, all of the players across all the matches this afternoon have been limited to the launch and year 1 operators, and Atletico, they're bending the rules a little bit here, but of course the recruit was there from day 1, so they are more than within their rights to go for this 5-man, I assume, rush. Not quite sure how Corvidae are going to deal with it, but we'll have to wait and see.
You can't counter the Power Rangers rush. Absolutely nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing you can do against it. A little bit of arguments going out in the chat.
10 seconds left.
Bit of mental game, you know. They're trying to dissuade their opponents and throw them off, get them off their game. Look at this, pretty far roam from Corvidae on the defensive side. Look at this, actual utility being displayed by Specker. That is impressive.
We haven't seen a whole lot of utility this afternoon. Again, with those older operators on the board, it's been definitely a heavier focus on overall fragging. Talking about fragging, Specker mows down too, but he can't find any more. The rush continues through from this attackers, but it will be shut down. Corvidae will take the first round. Unfortunately, Atletico just shredded on that entry.
I literally just looked at the donations list for like 1 second, and when I look back, everyone is dead, guys. Everyone is dead. So, I mean, props to Specker for starting it off strong, as he always does. And Atletico really starting things with a rush that just did not work out. And we are seeing Corvidae say, oh, you guys want to do the Power Rangers rush? All recruits? Yeah, well, we can do that too. We can do that too. That's our trademark move. We're going to do it right back at you.
Again, with these old rules, if you are just tuning in, the attack and defense role swaps every round as opposed to in the middle of the match. So you'll see the team switching sides very, very frequently, and that means like Corvidae are now in this position for the rush attack. Probably not expecting Atletico to have now got proper operators, so they themselves will probably get a little bit of karma their way and expect them to probably be shredded down on this round. However, Dev, Corvidae are all running the LMG, so this is going to get really noisy.
This is really nice, and I guess block your ears, turn down your headset, not because of the casters, but because, look at that. All the LMGs, and Derp himself gonna bring the Lord's LMG. No one has spawned here though, unfortunately. I like how his teammate locked him in here. Has he got a spare reinforcement to polish that one off? It looks like he might, but look at this beautiful formation, all within refragging capability here. Corvidae going in fast, going in hard. Look at that, counting each other off. Fletch, ready. Warden, ready. Nico, ready. Jack Dad, ready. Specker, let's go, Power Rangers!
They could be greeted by Emo in that at the bottom of the stairs, just roaming around. Neo Fighter as well. They will run through. It's so loud I can't hear anything, but they're going to get the picks. All 3 of them are down. Only 1 more kill is needed, and Atletico will clean up the round.
There was a moment there when, I don't know who it was, but there was one player just standing there with, Fletch, with 3 or 4 players down right next to him. No opportunity to revive. Absolute nonsense we have just witnessed here between Atletico and Corvidae. These guys do not disappoint. They really don't.
We do have another donation coming through from Adam T, giving a generous $22, saying this is a great effort. Respect. Thank you very much, Adam. And again, if you guys want to get involved, ! Donate in the chat. Get involved in some awesome prizes that are on offer. Dev, though, it's time to take a little bit of a breath. We haven't had much of an opportunity to, but we are at a 1-1 scoreline. Both these teams really trying to edge out here.
Yeah, and after that bottom bomb site was successful for both teams, we'll see Corvidae go upstairs to the cockpit, I believe this is called, the upper deck, I guess, in the top floor. Now, the thing I was saying in the pre-show about this particular bomb site is that if you play it with some absolute guts and fervor on the defensive side, you can prevent the attackers from even really getting onto the balcony. And we noticed that Nico has used his shotgun to obliterate absolutely everything here on the west side. Every wall, every window, and now he's whipping out the revolver to, well, add another few clips to the highlight reel.
It wouldn't be Nico without at least one cheeky kill this afternoon. Jack Daddy with the pistol out as well.
What? He almost got it too. Derpe just took the one round, but Atletico have made their way upstairs, and Derpe potentially in a position to get this plant down. If Silex opens up that castle barricade, the Montaigne may well go for a plant, and that's when all hell will break loose.
As you mentioned earlier, Dev, all these windows are a threat to the attackers. They're all being super vigilant of those runouts, and they need to be. A single one could really devastate this attack. Starlix has the diffuser in hand on that Ash. Emo-Rin playing down below. He could get sneaky and try and throw up the ladder. Oh, there's actually a player there though, a neophyte. Gets caught off guard. That's Fletch with the pistol kill. Flashes rain out, the push comes through, and Starlix will now attempt the plant. But where is the coverage? I think it's there. Schmed will find one though. It's a 4-on-4. Warden sneaks all the way up this ladder, but he gets taken down. He should be finished off here. Derpe is just going to stare at Warden and shut him down. It is a post plan here for Nico and Specker, who are trying to bring this one back, but I don't think it's looking bright.
Schmed goes big, but gets taken down. Silex does what he does best. After planting, finds that kill. Oh. Derpe just dodges those bullets. It's all on Specker now. The player who has shown up. Top fragged on map number 1. Silex falls below. Now he's going to take out this Montaigne player. Does so successfully. Can he get the counter defuse here before Silex can get upstairs? He faked it though. And that means that he won't have enough time. Silex can round this corner and finish him off. The fake was not to his success. And that is Silex, the coach, to go big and secure that round for Atletico.
And look, I don't want to throw Specker under the bus here, but they say that pros don't fake, and unfortunately Specker is technically no longer a pro and living up to that famous saying. He could have potentially stuck it, I reckon. I don't know what Silex was doing jumping out there, but you know, full credit to him. He knows what he's doing. He managed to win the round in the end and critically give his team the lead. Of course, Atletico need to win this map to stay alive in this best of 3 and to see it out to Skyscraper.
Corvette on the flip side, they do have that one map buffer. With that map advantage, it means that if they lose this game, it's not too bad. We'll just head to Skyscraper, and Corvette will have that one last chance. But as you said, Atletico, they're in the advantage here, but they have to nail this defense down on the top floor.
Sounded like someone got injured there, but I don't think that is the case. Quick peek at the scoreboard, we'll see that no one's really edging out. I mean, we do have Silex going 4-on-1, a great effort from him, and Specker top fragging for Corvidae 5 and 3. I just really love how fast-paced these games have been, Dev, and the swap of sides every round has really been keeping it fresh.
Very, very much so. It's really a non-stop blitz of action between these teams, and I mean, no one wants to slow down for a moment. Emo-Rin playing the Caveira, waiting for someone to breach on through his garage door, but there's no one just there yet. Quite a significant roam here for Atletico. Players on every floor, quite in contrast to what Corvidae did. But Corvidae, when their attack can get in sight nice and early, it might make it super difficult. Almost a team kill. But Silex around that corner
popping off.
That kill. He is definitely popping off. Now it's a 4 versus 3 for the attack. They got numbers advantage. Specker's man down. Can they start to take this bomb site?
Yeah, look, I don't think I'll...
no defenders on this top floor.
I was going to say, I don't think I'll be playing ranked with Silex anytime soon. He's drained all his power here this afternoon, having a great series so far. You need to find a couple more, though, if he doesn't want that scoreline evening out. He's going to go for a flank on these back stairs, and it could pay off. Neo, though, he finds one. Low on HP, though, is forced to retreat, as Jack Daddy's actually sticking the plant. It's going to be a post-plant now, actually, for Atletico. Unable to deny that from occurring, as Fletch will team kill Warden, and... Come on, Silex. Surely you can bring this one back.
Neophyter to go up through the hatch, and Fletch says, nah, you get taken out. Alex goes through the gas, and Fletch also takes him out. No idea how many kills Fletch got that round, but if you include the team kill, that may well have been an ace. Man doesn't know when to quit, and that is another round for Corvidae to tie things up.
Well, of course, over the course of this map, we've actually smashed out our second goal, donation goal for Feel the Magic, which was $5,000, and as such, we've decided to bump it up to $6,000. So make sure if you want to donate and you have the means, !donate in the chat for the link. Keep in mind, this could possibly be the last map this afternoon, so be sure to get those donations in. We appreciate the support. It has been absolutely incredible, so keep those donations coming in.
The Rainbow Six community has been phenomenal tonight, guys. Thank you everyone who's tuned into the stream. Whether you do or don't have the means to donate, we appreciate your support. Feel the Magic appreciates your support as well. And yeah, I mean, these teams are definitely making it a game worth watching, aren't they? There's just no reprieve at all from this incessant aggression from both of these teams, and the memes always keeping that fire alive as well.
10 seconds left.
No Power Rangers this round as both teams start to settle into this map, and I'm
5 seconds to insertion.
I'm thinking they want to win this. Of course,
sweating it up.
Corvidae out for revenge. They've lost that very first ANZ LAN.
Sorry, but this strategy here from Nico with that cast bracket, this is literally what people used to do in ranked on this objective. This is literally the ranked strat of Yacht. This is actually what I remember we used to do when Yacht was in ranked. You reinforce up the objective, you put the castle barricade down there, you force the attack. Corvidae are sweating right now. They want this victory. Loading back.
I mean, hark back to almost any map back all the way back then. It was just castle inside of sight, reinforce, crouch and wait it out. But oh no, Neophyter jumps Stirpe after he gets that first pick. So look, that's a great trade there from Corvidae. Neophyter almost gets down. Jack Daddy hits him with an impact, but it's not enough to secure that kill. Finds himself in an awkward position though and will be taken down. It's a 3-on-3. Specker finds one as well. These frags are just keep piling on. 2 minutes to go, Dev. And there's only 5 members left on the server.
Imarin and Silex, the only players left. In fact, the only players currently playing on the Atletico roster who still actually play for Wildcard. Well, Silex, at least the coach. He's edging his way through. Imarin as well to pre-fire as he jumps on through the window. Beautiful suppressed SMG, but Silex taken out by Specker, who's not relenting at all here on this defensive side. And by all rights, this should be a Corvidae round, unless if Imarin can go absolutely massive. He needs to get that diffuser, though. It's in such an awkward position. His feet will be exposed if he starts to go down. And he may well get taken out for it. No, he managed to start his way down the stairs. Use that C4, pulsed. Get ripped.
I think he's being pulsed. Oh. It's awkward, Imarin. He has the suppressor, which will make him a little bit hard to detect as to exactly where those bullets are coming from, but they're stacked behind the shield. Imarin will crawl past. Yes! Surely in position revealed. The fuse charge goes out, but it gets shot, and he will be taken down. Corvidae will take round number 5.
If that cluster charge had gone off, that would have been the round. Huge clutch moment there for whoever was playing Castle to shoot that off, because if not, that would have been the most winnable of winnable situations I've ever seen for Imarin.
Couple more donations coming through. In fact, one big donation from James Chamberlain. Thank you very much.
Aww.
For $163. Absolutely insane. Thanks so much to the Rainbow Six ANZ community. As a Camp Magic mentor, this means so much. Your generosity is changing the lives for so many kids and their families.
Jambo himself is actually in that video, which you would have seen before this grand final started, that Feel the Magic video. Really an absolute legend there, living and breathing Feel the Magic.
Attackers have located a bomb.
This game has been kind of magical, I guess, in the way that I don't know what to expect, and it seems like these teams have put a spell on each other to just not be able to do anything that makes sense and just turn Rainbow Six Siege on its head.
Corvidae looking for revenge from that very first ANZ LAN that they lost 2-3 in favour of Atletico. So a little bit of pride on the line here for some of these players. But funnily enough, it's actually Specker going the hardest of them all. A little bit of a wild card on this team. Of course, he did have success on teams such as Darksided and Fnatic. As Derpe will find that opening pick. Atletico trying to keep the dream alive here on map number 2.
I think I was a suppressor there because I did not hear those shots ring out from Derp on the P90. Good spawn pick, and listen to that beautiful noise. We can see the suppressors all over the Atletico roster. They've definitely been doing their Battle Pass challenges, but Nico and Flesh start making their way up from the basement. The engine hallway going towards front stairs. Warden does take down that X Factor, the Caveira, taken out now, and that does make this perhaps possible for Corvidae. Despite losing that early man advantage, they have evened things up.
Specker will enter with that LMG. Nico getting aggressive over towards these front stairs, trying to repel back Emo Rin, who's desperately trying to hold onto this position. C4 reigns up to the top of the stairs, but it doesn't find its mark. He's actually going to get aggressive, in fact, and Nico will pay the price. A great play there from Emo Rin will give his team the man advantage.
That diffuser is down as well. Fletch only a few steps away. He does find that kill. Look at that pre-fire from Warden. What is that? He actually managed to down and finish off Imorin. He's going to be absolutely happy right now. So stoked that he managed to get that happen. And now Atletico at a claw back this man deficit. 2 versus 3, but the diffuser has been down. A couple shots ring out for Silex, but he feels a couple as well. Difficult position for him and Derp to try and take this one back. Rounding the corner, that's Specker going down. Silex has made this possible here, brought it back for his team. Derpe on the bomb site as well in sub room. Just Warden and Fletch left.
Silex popping off so far in this match, and he finds another. It gets stolen by Emo Rin by that trap in the end, and Warden is now left in a 1 versus 2. Plenty of time on the board, and he finds the first pick. That's his triple. Silex needs to continue this form and find this final pick, try and even out this scoreline, or Corvidae will have match point. Shots rain out. Oh, Warden gets lit up again. Silex now has the HP advantage. Warden unable to find that kill. He's running the ACOG, but it's not on the R4C anymore. It's on the G36. It has a slower rate of fire. The question is, can he find this pick? He has a flash in the bank. Silex, though, is playing this so passively. I think he knows that the diffuser is down, and he is just going to keep on holding out as long as he possibly can. In fact, he rotates all the way to kitchen. I'm not sure Warden can do this, Dev. He's not going to have a lot of time. He has to stick the plant. It is a 7-second plant time. Will Silex be able to deny? I don't think he's heard it, Dev. And it's now going to be a post plant.
That's the last stun grenade going out from Warden. Looking at Silex now. He's the man who has to make his move, make his play. Low HP, but both these players are. Warden's hard in the corner, and he finds Silex. That's the clutch. In a 1 versus 2, the man does not miss. And Corvidae going once again up so strongly here on Yacht.
Match point now for Corvidae as they try and close out this best of 3 in a 2-0 fashion. Question is, will they throw it so we head to the 3rd map? We'll have to wait and see. Has been a pretty strong performance from them so far. And unfortunately, in that previous round, Silex not able to quite get that final pick. Maps and Cockpit, though, will be the final site, potentially here for Corvidae, and they will be heading to that 4th floor.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So far, this bomb site has proven to be quite the difficult one to defend, as the attackers consistently getting that diffuser planted and forcing the defense into a retake scenario. But Corvidae starting to set up here on this bomb site. I like that frost mat at the top of the ladder. Means that it's impossible for Atletico to dodge that if they come up that ladder. But Atletico need to step it up now. They have not brought the shield this time around. That Montaigne that we've seen consistently. I like this choice from Fletch to put that shield, deployable shield, in front of that frost mat to protect it from being shot from the doorway. We'll see, can this match point be closed out? Atletico have brought it closer to map number 1, but this is a far cry from the full 5-map monstrosity that we saw between these two teams way back when in 2017 at the ANZ Invitational.
Warden probing below on the pulse. He'll be able to use his pulse scanner to gather intel on these approaching Atletico players. Ooh, he finds one below. Could be coming up the stairs. In fact, I think he is. Oh, the pre-fire comes out, but Emorin manages to win that gunfight somehow. And he gets the opening pick here for Atletico. That's a great start to this round, and Jack Daddy needs to be careful that he isn't the second pick. In fact, it will be Derpe. Neo will trade that out. It's a 4-on-3. Jack Daddy could get an interrogation, though. Question is, will he go for it? No, Emorin is killed. And it's now a 3-on-3.
All these three attackers starting to file on in, and taken out is Jack Daddy Silex. What a flick. Turns around that corner, and now suddenly Atletico are in a position maybe they can win this, but Nico has got the high ground. We know how much of a difference that makes on this top floor, just waiting, using that sound cue to see is someone coming up the ladder, is someone coming up the stairs, and it seems like perhaps Atletico are making a rotate, but it'd be so difficult to climb up that ladder and into the bomb site, especially with that frost mat down. All on Nico and Specker now to hold out for another minute 30.
Specker has been going hard on this map so far, but he needs to hold out for a minute 30. These rounds flying past so quickly, so aggressive from either team, but Nico gets his first pick here on Yacht. That's a massive one, leaving it in a 2-on-2. Specker trying to hold out here. The pings are coming out, both players on this eastern balcony. It's up to Specker really to waste time and try and stay alive. If he gets picked, Nico will be left in a 1-on-2.
But here's another great shot for... Okay, definitely not a great shot. Nico misses every single bullet. And he's starting to get punished for it. That is the final dance. Done and dusted. Put your partners back down. And that is Corvidae for the map, for the series. A dominance 10-3 scoreline across the two maps.
Congratulations to Corvidae. They get their revenge from the ANZ Invitational way back in 2017 with a dominant performance, but both teams playing extremely well. A lot of fun to be had, and I must say it was great seeing some of those classic maps back on display.
Classic maps, classic players, just an absolute classic series that we have just witnessed. I'm still reeling from that. I don't know if I will ever be able to witness gameplay of quite that caliber ever again in my career, but I'm glad that I got to see it while it happened here.
Well, of course, that does wrap up the best of 3 in this series. We do have Rob back on the line to host us through the remainder of the show. Let's hand it over to him. And you're muted, Rob. There we go. Oh, no.
Hey, Rob. I know it's been a while, but like, you know what you're doing.
Are you a fan of Rob's new haircut?
What hair?
What? Oh, wow, that's good. Always not happy.
See you later, Rob. That's it. Bye.
Oh, we're back on the car. It's just us now. Hello again.
It's just us now because Rob's just look. Rob, are you there?
Oh, he's here.
Oh my God. Okay, so I've got a program that helps me kind of filter out how loud it is, and instead it decided to crash right as we came back. But gentlemen, thank you very much for bringing me back into this. It's been an absolute pleasure to go through all of today, but I must admit it's actually been quite enjoyable, not only to see all the faces in the Twitch chat and everyone kind of coming around a great cause for Field of Magic, but I think at the end of the day, we've achieved something quite magical, if you will, today with bringing everyone together. Obviously, some old faces, some faces that we're still easily recognizable, including both yourselves. So, Guz and Sky and Lozo, that was a massive effort to bring everyone into this. So I've got to give it to you guys. It's definitely been a really clean kind of event. There's been very little hiccups, I must admit.
Except for that one.
Yeah. Mate. That's okay. We forgive you.
It had to be me, didn't it? It had to be me. Well, while we're on the topic of the event, let's have a look at the bracket, guys. Let's recap the entirety of today. Guys, you took the first 2 matches, so would you like to break it down a little bit?
Yeah, well, of course, the first map of the evening was in fact Atletico taking on Control. It was a really close matchup there on Bank. Atletico in the end just edging out despite Raven's best efforts to carry his team on the crouch walking Ash. After that, we then had Corvidae taking on Taboo. And that was a little bit more of a one-sided affair on that second map, but still a fun one to watch nonetheless. And then, of course, we are coming off the back now of that best of 3 grand final, and Corvidae will take it in a clean 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, and if you look at that, it means Corvidae, the worst scoreline that they had on any single map was 5-2. And I mean, that's a thrashing. So it does really hark back to the good old days of Corvidae being monsters indomitable within the ANZ scene. Absolutely lovely to see. What really matters is that everyone had fun. I know it's a bit cheesy, but these pro players all had an absolute blast. Huge thank you to everyone who's participated in this competition. The pro players, the former pro players, people like Schmed and Specker who have jumped straight back into it. Absolutely phenomenal. I've loved to see these guys get back on the mouse and keyboard, or on the controller in Nico's case, and also all the influencers as well. Thank you guys for coming along and making this as special as it has been.
Yeah, and of course,
Guz. Yeah, I was just about to say, Guz, go.
You read my mind. You read my mind. Of course, today all of the funds are being raised and being donated towards Feel the Magic, an amazing charity, and we're proud to announce that we raised an amazing total this afternoon, $5,577.44. And that's off the back of a recent donation from Bramo himself, a massive $327. So a fantastic effort from him. But we still have one more thing to announce towards this charity. We are really, really excited to say that Ubisoft Australia will be donating a massive $1,000 on top of what we have already donated. So we're going to well and truly smash that 3K goal that we set at the start of the stream. So again, a massive thank you from them. A massive thank you to everyone who donated throughout. And we hope you enjoyed the show.
That's for sure. We had literally doubled the amount that we had initially gone for. So that is a huge credit, not only to the community, but of course, everyone who has put on today. So just again, thank you to the ex-Atletico, the ex-Control, ex-Corvidae, ex-Taboo, all of the streamers that came in. And of course, Ubisoft Australia and SteelSeries ANZ. We can't thank you enough. And finally, Guz, Sky and Loza, you guys have done an incredible job of bringing this all together. And we cannot forget the wonderful producer at the back, Hawk. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate it. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Till next time, take care.